A list of mental health treatment center websites by U.S. state at the National Council. Chapter 1. Thenationalcouncil.org for finding MH help. Thenationalcouncil.org, the website. National Council for Well-Being. Nonprofit Association. IN 23-709267 1400 K Street NW, Suite 400. Washington, D.C. 20005. 202-684-7457. Thenationalcouncil.org acts as a trade organization for mental health therapists, clinics, hospitals, treatment centers, etc. There are a few articles you can click onto at the bottom of the page, but their main claim to fame is their lists of MH providers and articles to help MH professionals improve their businesses. Thenationalcouncil.org. Facebook.com/thenationalcouncil. Twitter.com/nationalcouncil. YouTube.com/user/nationalcouncil. Instagram.com/nationalcouncil. Pinterest.com/nationalcouncil. YouTube.com/user/nationalcouncil. LinkedIn.com/company/1784305?TRK=prof-exp-company-name. Plus.google.com/10326696582814809992. Instagram.com/nationalcouncil. Flickr.com/photos/123875765 Springer.com/public+health/journal/11414. Thenationalcouncil.org/topics-a-z. Thenationalcouncil.org/about/national-mental-health-association. ncbh.careerwebsite.com. U.S. State MH Associations, private and government from thenationalcouncil.org/membership/current-members. Click a state and the main state MH organization is at the top of the page. Chapter 2. A list of mental health center/hospital websites by U.S. state at thenationalcouncil.org/about/membership/members. List of MH providers in the U.S. at thenationalcouncil.org. I list the websites for these lists of treatment centers by state that are at thenationalcouncil.org/membership/current-members. If you want the addresses and phone numbers, go to thenationalcouncil.org/membership/current-members. thenationalcouncil.org/get-involved/members/state=al. thenationalcouncil.org/providers/region=al. thenationalcouncil.org/providers/region=ak. thenationalcouncil.org/providers, 138 pages of mental health providers. This worked once for me. There is some icon on this website that you click and you'll get all the providers in alphabetical order. Alabama Mental Health Centers/Services. alcouncil.org, Alabama Council of Community Mental Health Boards. altapoint.org, Altapoint Health Systems. bridging.org, Bridge Incorporated. sedmentalhealth.org, Cherokee, Etowah, DeKalb Mental Health Center. chiltonshlb.org, Chilton Shelby Mental Health Center. drugeducation.org, Drug Education Council. eastalabamamhc.org, East Alabama Mental Health Center. eastsidemite.org/index.php, src=, Eastside Mental Health Center Fellowship House Incorporated. gway.org, Gateway. glenwood.org, Glenwood Autism and Behavioral Health Center. jbsmha.com, Jefferson/Blount/St. Clair Mental Health Authority. mhcnca.org, Mental Health Center of North Central Alabama. mamha.org, Montgomery Area Mental Health Authority. mlbhc-web.com, Mountain Lakes Behavioral Healthcare New Centurions Incorporated. rcmh.org, Riverbend Center for Mental Health. spectracare.org, SpectraCare Health System Incorporated. uab.edu/medicine/psychiatry/patient-care/community-psychiatry, UAB Comprehensive Community Mental Health Center. mhcmc.org, Wellstone Behavioral Health. wamhc.org, West Alabama Mental Health Center. Alaska Mental Health Centers/Services. alaskabha.org, Alaska Behavioral Health Association. akchild.org, AK-Child and Family. Aquila.org, Aquila Incorporated. Alaska Addictions Rehabilitation Services, Nugens Ranch. acofs.org, Alaska Family Services. akix.org, Alaska Island Community Services. anthc.org, Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium. ifn.org, Alaska Youth and Family Network. apai.org, Aleutian Pribilof Island Associations Incorporated. acmhs.com, Anchorage Community Mental Health Services. thearc of Anchorage.org, Arc of Anchorage. assetsinc.org, Assets Incorporated. Birchwood Behavioral Health, Catholic Community Services Incorporated, Central Peninsula General Hospital, Choices. comconnections.org, Community Connections Incorporated. codyalaska.org, Co-occurring Disorders Institute, Cody. Cook Inlet Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, Chichita, Cook Inlet Tribal Council. crnative.org, Copper River Native Association. denalifs.org, Denali Family Services. fairbanksnative.org, Fairbanks Native Association Behavioral Health Services. FamilyCenteredServices.com, Family Centered Services of Alaska Incorporated. fcsonline.org, Frontier Community Services. ghscorp.org, Gastineau Human Services Corp. hopealaska.org, Hope Community Resources Incorporated. jamhi.org, Juneau Alliance for Mental Health. jys.org, Juneau Youth Services. maniilaq.org, Mani Ilaq Association. mshsac.org, Matsu Health Services Incorporated. Narcotic Drug Treatment Center, Center for Drug Problems. ncatjuneau.org, National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence. north-slope.org, North Slope Borough. northstarbehavioral.com, North Star Behavioral Health System. nshcorp.org, Norton Sound Health Corporation. pchsac.org, Peninsula Community Health Services of Alaska. raincountry.org, Petersburg Mental Health Services Incorporated. Redact. railbelt.org, Railbelt Mental Health and Addictions. bartletthospital.org, Rainforest Recovery Center / Bartlett Regional Hospital. Salvation Army Clitheroe Center / Booth Memorial, SIR Behavioral Health Service Division. seaviewsuid.org, Seaview Community Services, SLAC. scpsac.org, Sitka Counseling and Prevention Services. Sound Alternatives. sbbhs.org, South Peninsula Behavioral Health Services. southcentralfoundation.com, South Central Foundation Behavioral Health Services. tananachiefs.org, Tanana Chiefs Conference. Trust Training Cooperative. voaak.org, Volunteers of America of Alaska. ykhc.org, Yukon-Kuskokwim Health Corporation. Arizona Mental Health Centers / Services. azcouncil.com, Arizona Council of Human Service Providers. azahcccs.gov, Arizona Healthcare Cost Containment System. turnanewleaf.org, A New Leaf. AmeriPsych. amityfdn.org, Amity Foundation, Circle Tree Ranch. azabc.org, Arizona Behavioral Health Corporation. Arizona Children's Association. ACCMS.org, Arizona Healthcare Contract Management Service. azpartnershipforchildren.org, Arizona Partnership for Children, LLP. AZYFS.org, Arizona Youth and Family Services Incorporated. Arizonans for Prevention. ArizonasChildren.org, Arizona's Children Association. AssuranceAZ.com, Assurance Health and Wellness. Brumit Consulting and Clinical Support Services. CasaDeAmigas.org, Casa de Amigas. CasaDeLosNinos.org, Casa de los Niños. Center for Applied Behavioral Health Policy, ASU. MyChangePoint.org, ChangePoint Integrated Health. Cheers.org, Cheers. CPLC.org, Chicanos por la Causa. ChildFamilyResources.org/index.html, Child and Family Resources Incorporated. CFSSinc.com, Child and Family Support Services Incorporated. AZChildren.org, Children's Action Alliance. CODAC.org, Kodak Health, Recovery and Wellness Incorporated. CRBHS.us, Colorado River Behavioral Health System, LLC. CommunityBridgesAZ.org, Community Bridges. CHAArizona.com, Community Health Associates. CommunityMedicalServices.org, Community Medical Services. CPSA-RBHA.org, Community Partners Inc. CPES.com, Community Provider of Enrichment Services Incorporated. ConnectionsArizona.com, Connections AZ Inc. CopeCommunityServices.org, Cope Community Services Incorporated. CrisisPrePandRecovery.com, Crisis Preparation and Recovery Incorporated. CrisisNetwork.org, Crisis Response Network of Southern Arizona Incorporated. DavidsHopeAZ.org, David's Hope, Arizona Mental Health and Criminal Justice Coalition. Destiny Sober Living. DeveruAZ.org, Deverux Arizona. EasterSeals.com/Blake Foundation, Easter Seals Blake Foundation. Millisecond.org, Employers Council. EmpowermentSystems.org, Empowerment Systems Inc. Encompass-az.org, Encompass Health Services. FamilyInvolvementCenter.org, Family Involvement Center. FlockRIT.org, Florence Crittenton Services of Arizona. NARBHA.org, Health Choice Integrated Care, LLC. HopeTucson.org, Helping Ourselves Pursue Enrichment Incorporated. Hope. HHWAS.org, Horizon Health and Wellness. HRTAZ.com, Human Resource Training Incorporated. IMHREpicenter.org, IMHR Epicenter. HD.net, Intermountain Centers for Human Development. Jewish Family and Children's Service, Jewish Family and Children's Service of Southern Arizona. JFCSTucson.org, Jewish Family and Children's Services of Southern Arizona. LaFronteraArizona.com, La Frontera Arizona, Inc. LifeWell Behavioral Wellness. LCBHC.org, Little Colorado Behavioral Health Centers. LSS-SW.org, Lutheran Social Services of the Southwest. MHArizona.org, Mental Health America of Arizona. MickeyD.org, Mentally Ill Kids in Distress. MercyMaricopa.org, Mercy Maricopa Integrated Care. MMAAZ.com, Mingus Mountain Academy. MLThomasConsulting.com, ML Thomas Consulting, LLC. MMHC-Inc.org/web, Mojave Mental Health Clinic. NAMIAZ.com, NAMI Arizona. NCAD-PHX.org, National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence Incorporated. Native American Community Health Center Incorporated, Open Hearts Family Wellness. OurFamilyServices.org, Our Family Services. PartnersInRecovery.us.com, Partners in Recovery LLC. Partners in Recovery, LLC. PathwaysOFAS.com, Pathways of Arizona Incorporated. AZPeerandFamily.org, Peer and Family Coalition. ShantiAZ.org, Phoenix Shanti Group. ThePartnership.us, PIMA Prevention Partnership. PAFcoalition.org, Protecting Arizona's Family Coalition. AZPSA.org, PSA Behavioral Health Agency. PYNN and Associates. RabidoConsulting.com, Rabido Consulting. RIInternational.com, RI International. RioSaladoBHS.org, Rio Salado Behavioral Health Services. SeekArizona.org, Seek Arizona. SBHServices.org, Southwest Behavioral Health Services. SouthwestNetwork.org, Southwest Network. SpectrumHealthcare-Group.org, Spectrum Healthcare. TheStarCenters.org, STAR, Stand Together and Recover Centers. Sunset Community Health Center Incorporated. TUROS.org, Taros Incorporated. TGCause.org, The Guidance Center. TheHavenTucson.org, The Haven. TheNewFoundation.org, The New Foundation. Topaz Information Solutions, LLC. TouchstoneBH.org, Touchstone Behavioral Health. ValleDelSol.com, Valle del Sol. VantagePointBR.com/company.html, VantagePoint Behavioral Resources, PLLC. WVCCC.org, West Valley Child Crisis Center. WYGC.org, West Yavapai Guidance Clinic. Yapink.org, Youth Advocate Programs Incorporated. YDI.org, Youth Development Institute. Arkansas Mental Health Centers/Services. MHCA.org, Mental Health Council of Arkansas. Birchtree.org, Birchtree Communities. Centers for Youth and Families.org, Centers for Youth and Families. CAINC.org, Counseling Associates. CC-Inc.org, Counseling Clinic. Delta Counseling Associates. PFH.org/HRA, Health Resources of Arkansas. LRCMHC.org, Little Rock Community Mental Health Center. MSHS.org, Mid-South Health Systems. OBHA.org, Ouachita Behavioral Health and Wellness. OzarkGuidance.org, Ozark Guidance Center. SARHC.org, South Arkansas Regional Health Center. SABHS.org, Southeast Arkansas Behavioral Health Care System. SWACMHC.com, Southwest Arkansas Counseling and Mental Health Center. WACGC.org, Western Arkansas Counseling and Guidance Center. California Mental Health Centers/Services. ACCMHA.org, Alameda Council of Community Mental Health Agencies. CACFS.org, California Alliance of Child and Family Services. CARA.org, California Association of Social Rehabilitation Agencies, CASRA. CCAPP.US, California Consortium of Addiction Programs and Professionals. CCCBHA.org, California Council of Community Behavioral Health Agencies. CBHDA.org, County Behavioral Health Directors Association of California. AbodeServices.org, Abode Services. ALDIAInc.org, Aldia Incorporated. InsuranceForNonprofits.org, Alliance of Nonprofits for Insurance. AFS4Kids.org, Alternative Family Services. AlamRockKCC.org, Alum Rock Counseling Center Incorporated. CCSLaw.org, Amonesser Community Counseling Service. AAMFT.org, American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, California. ANCABI.org, ANCA Behavioral Health Incorporated. AACI.org, Asian Americans for Community Involvement, AACI. ACHSA.net, Association of Community Human Service Agencies. Association of Mental Health Contract Agencies of Santa Clara County. BillWilsonCenter.org, Bill Wilson Center. BonitaHouse.org, Bonita House. Buckaloo.org, Buckaloo Programs. Camina.org, Camina. CasaPacifica.org, Casa Pacifica for Children and Families. CatholicCharitiesSCC.org, Catholic Charities of Santa Clara County Behave. Health. CPINC.org, Centerpoint Incorporated. ChangingTidesFS.org, Changing Tides Family Services. ChildFamilyCenter.org, Child and Family Center. ChildGuidance.org, Child and Family Guidance Center. All4Kids.org, Children's Bureau of Southern California. CHCOnline.org, Children's Health Council. Children'sInstitute.org, Children's Institute Incorporated. CAXB.org, Community Action Commission of Santa Barbara County. CORR.US, Community Recovery Resources. ComResearch.org, Community Research Foundation. CommunitySolutions.org, Community Solutions. CrisisSupport.org, Crisis Support Services of Alameda County. DiddyHirsch.org, Diddy Hirsch Psychiatric Services. EBAC.org, East Bay Agency for Children. Edgewood.org/index.html, Edgewood Center for Children and Families. Inky Health and Research Systems. ExodusRecovery.com, Exodus Recovery. FCServices.org, Family and Children Services. FSACars.org, Family Service Agency of Santa Barbara. Felton.org, Felton Institute. FootHillFamily.org, Foothill Family Services. FredFinch.org, Fred Finch Youth Center. GardnerFamilyHealth.org, Gardner Family Care Corporation. TGCLB.org, Guidance Center. Hathaway-Sycamores.org, Hathaway Sycamores Child and Family Services. HealthRight360.org, HealthRight360. HWMCGC.org, Henrietta Weil Memorial Child Guidance Clinic. CFAR1.org, Heritage Clinic, Center for Aging Resources. Hillsides.org, Hillsides. HillviewMHC.org, Hillview Mental Health Center. HopeServices.org, Hope Services Counseling Center. Indian Health Center of Santa Clara Valley. InterimInc.org, Interim Incorporated. KernBHRS.com, Kern Behavioral Health and Recovery Services Department. Kingsview.org, Kingsview Behavioral Health System. LaClinica.org, La Clinica de la Raza. LincolnFamilies.org, Lincoln. LACGC.org, Los Angeles Child Guidance Clinic. DMH.co.la.ca.us, Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health. MHALA.org, Mental Health America of Los Angeles. MHINSB.org, Mental Health Association in Santa Barbara County. MHSinc.org, Mental Health Systems Incorporated. MentalWellnessCenter.org, Mental Wellness Center. MFIRecovery.com, MFI Recovery Center. MomentumForMentalHealth.org, Momentum for Mental Health. OrangeCountyAlliance.org, Orange County Alliance for Children and Families. OCHealthInfo.com/BHS, Orange County Healthcare Agency Behavioral Health Services. PacificClinics.org, Pacific Clinics. PennyLane.org, Penny Lane Centers. HumeCenter.org, Portia Bell Hume Behavioral Health and Training Center. ProvidenceRecovery.org, Providence Recovery Centers Inc. RecoveryInnovations.org, Recovery Innovations. RCS4Kids.org, Redwood Children's Services Incorporated. RiverOak.org, River Oak Center for Children. SFVCMHC.org, San Fernando Valley Community Mental Health Center Incorporated. SanctuaryCenters.org, Sanctuary Psychiatric Centers of Santa Barbara. CountyOFSB.org/ADMHS, Santa Barbara County, Alcohol, Drug, and MHSVCs. SenecaCenter.org, Seneca Family of Agencies. SocialModel.com, Social Model Recovery Systems Incorporated. South Central Health and Rehabilitation Program. SouthCoASDCS.org, South Coast Community Services. YouthSolutions.org, Stanford Youth Solutions. StarsInc.com, Stars Behavioral Health Group. SHCG.org, Sunny Hills Services. TarzanaDC.org, Tarzana Treatment Center. TelecareCorp.com, Telecare Corporation. TCCSC.org, Tessie Cleveland Community Services Corporation. TricityMHS.org, Tri-City Mental Health. TISB.org, Tulare Youth Services Bureau Incorporated. TPCP.org, Turning Point Community Programs. TPOCC.org, Turning Point of Central California Incorporated. MQFF.org, Uplift Family Services. Victor.org, Victor Community Support Services. TheVillageFS.org, Village Family Services. VillageProjectTincture.org, Village Project Incorporated. VistaDelMar.org, Vista Del Mar Child and Family Services. WeFCS.org, West End Family Counseling Services. Colorado Mental Health Centers/Services. CBHC.org, Colorado Behavioral Health Care Council. CoProvidersAssociation.org, Colorado Providers Association. CoAccess.com, Access Behavioral Care/Colorado Access. ADMHN.org, All Health Network. ArapahoHouse.org, Arapaho House. APDC.org, Asian Pacific Development Center. AspenPoint.org, Aspen Point Inc. AUMHC.org, Aurora Community Mental Health Center. AccessHealthSystem.org, Access Health System Incorporated. BHICares.org, Behavioral Health Care Inc. CentennialMHC.org, Centennial Mental Health Center. CenterMH.org, Center for Mental Health, the CHNPartners.com, Colorado Health Partnerships, LLC. CommunityReachCenter.org, Community Reach Center. FBHPartners.com, Foothills Behavioral Health Partners. Health.Solutions, Health Solutions. JeffersonMentalHealth.org, Jefferson Center for Mental Health. MHCD.org, Mental Health Center of Denver. MHPColorado.org/home.aspx, Mental Health Partners of Boulder County. MindSpringsHealth.org, Mind Springs Health. NorthRange.org, North Range Behavioral Health. SaluteClinic.org, Salute Family Health Centers. SLVBHG.org, San Luis Valley Behavioral Health Group. ServiciosDeLaRaza.org, Servicios de la Raza Incorporated. SignalBHN.org, Signal Behavioral Health Network. SolVistaHealth.org, Sol Vista Health. SMHS.org, Southeast Health Group. LarimerCenter.org, Summit Stone Health Partners. SYCare.com, SYCare, LLC. Connecticut Mental Health Centers/Services. CTNonprofitalliance.org, Connecticut Community Nonprofit Alliance Incorporated. AARP Connecticut, Abilis, Abilities Without Boundaries, Ability Beyond Disability. AccessAgency.org, Access Community Action Agency. Accord Incorporated. ChildHome.org, Adelbrook.out-Ecuador.org, Adopta Una Familia, Inc. Advocacy Unlimited Incorporated. AFCamp.org, African Caribbean American Parents of Children with Disabilities, inc.aids-ct.org, AIDSConnecticut.aldrichart.org, Aldrich Museum of Contemporary Art, inc.allianceforliving.org, Alliance for Living. Alliance Française de Hartford Incorporated, Allied Community Resources Incorporated. Channel3kidscamp.org, Almada Lodge Times Farm Camp Corporation. Channel3kidscamp.alsact.org, ALS Association, CT Chapter.aci-ct.org, Alternative Services Inc. Alternatives Incorporated, Alzheimer's Association of CT. ASFDN.org, American Saving Foundation. American School for the Deaf, Amos House. ahmyouth.org, Andover, Hebron, Marlboro Youth Services. Animal Welfare Feed Ratio North Connecticut Incorporated. AnnieC.org, Annie C. Courtney Foundation, inc.ansplace.org, Ans Place. Applied Behavioral Rehabilitation and Research Institute. appfoundation.org, App Foundation Incorporated. Arc of Greater New Haven. Arc of Litchfield County Incorporated. Arc of Meriden Willenford, Inc. Arc of New London County Incorporated. Arc of Quinnebog Valley. arcsouthington.org, Arc of Southington Incorporated. Arc of the Farmington Valley. ACES.org, Area Cooperative Education Services, ACES. ARI of Connecticut, Inc. ArtistsCollective.org, Artists Collective. Archreach Incorporated. NewHavenArts.org, Arts Council of Greater New Haven. Artsforhealing.org, Arts for Healing, Inc. Association of Religious Communities. AHCC.org, Asylum Hill Congregational Church. Autism Families Connecticut, Inc. AvonTheater.org, Avon Theater Film Center, inc.bartlettarboretum.org, Bartlett Arboretum Association Incorporated. Benhaven Incorporated. BethelMilford.org, Bethel Center, inc.bhcare.org, bhcare.bbbsswct.org, Big Brothers/Big Sisters of SWCT. BlueHillCivic.org, Blue Hill Civic Association.bgchartford.org, Boys and Girls Club of Hartford.bgvillage.org, Boys and Girls Village, inc.biact.org, Brain Injury Alliance of CT, Inc. Branford Counseling Center, Bridge Family Center Incorporated. BridgeHosec.org, Bridge House, inc.bpef.org, Bridgeport Public Education Fund, inc.bridgesct.org, Bridges, a Community Support System Incorporated. Bristol Adult Resource Center, Kane Associates, LLC. CampCurrent.org, campcurrent.cceahartford.org, Capital City Education Alliance, inc.crec.org, Capital Region Education Council. Capitalworkforce.org, Capital Workforce Partners Incorporated. Cardinal Sheehan Center, Caring Community of CT Incorporated. CPEP.org, Catalysts Powering Educational Performance. CCAO.org, CatholicCharities.ccao.org, Catholic Charities, Hartford.ccfsn.org, Catholic Charities, Diocese of Norwich. CARC Incorporated, Center for Children's Advocacy Incorporated, Center for Latino Progress. thecenter-ct.org, Center for Sexual Assault Crisis Counseling and Education. Dropinlearningcenter.org, Center, a drop-in community learning and resource center, inc.centralctahec.org, Central Area Health Education Center. Nvelp.org, Central Naugatuck Valley Help Incorporated. Chapel Haven Incorporated. Charitiesofhope.org, charitiesofhope.charlottesweb.hungerford.org, Charlotte Hungerford Hospital. Charteroakcenter.org, Charter Oak Cultural Center. Chemical Abuse Services Agency Incorporated. Child and Family Agency.org, Child and Family Agency of Southeastern CT, inc.cfguidance.org, Child and Family Guidance Center. Mfcgc.org, Child Guidance Center of Mid-Fairfield County. Childgoedankyct.org, Child Guidance Center of Southern Connecticut Incorporated. Child Guidance Clinic for Central Connecticut. Children's Center Hamden.org, Children's Center of Hamden, inc.ccp-ct.org, Children's Community Programs of CT.clcct.org, Children's Law Center of CT. ChristianaCTIVDs.org, Christian Activities Council. Christian Community Action. ChrysalisCenteRCT.org, Chrysalis Center Incorporated. Church Home of Hartford Incorporated. CWEEC.org, Citywide Youth Coalition, inc.civicsfirst.org, Civics First Incorporated, Clasp Homes Incorporated, cliffordbeers.org, Clifford W. Beers Guidance Clinic, inc.columbushouse.org, Columbus House Incorporated, Commune ICAR, Inc., Communication Strategies, cacd-caa.org, Community Action Committee of Danbury.ccginc.org, Community Child Guidance Clinic. Communityenterprises.com, Community Enterprises, inc.cfgnh.org, Community Foundation for Greater New Haven.cfnwct.org, Community Foundation of Northwestern Connecticut.chc1.com, Community Health Center, inc.chnct.org, Community Health Network of CT Foundation, inc.chrhealth.org, Community Health Resources.cmhacc.org, Community Mental Health Affiliates, inc.cpa-ct.org, Community Partners in Action, inc.crtct.org, Community Renewal Team.crinc.org, Community Residences Incorporated, Community Solutions Incorporated, csi-ct.org, communitysystems.compassec.org, Compass Youth Collaborative.concora.org, concora.conc.org, Concussion Corps, inc.ctafterschoolnetwork.org, Connecticut After School Network, inc.cthealthcareathome.org, Connecticut Association for Healthcare at Home.cabe.org, Connecticut Association of Boards of Education.cbf-1.org, Connecticut Bar Foundation, Connecticut Children's Alliance Incorporated, concf.org, Connecticut Community Foundation.ctfsa.org, Connecticut Council of Family Service Agencies.ctcounseling.org, Connecticut Counseling Centers Incorporated, Connecticut Data Collaborative, CERC.com, Connecticut Economic Resource Center, inc.ctexperiential.org, Connecticut Experiential Learning Center.ctfarmland.org, Connecticut Farmland Trust.cthealth.org, Connecticut Health Foundation.ctjuniorrepublic.org, Connecticut JuniorRepublic.ctlandmarks.org, Connecticut Landmarks.medicine.yale.edu/psychiatry/care/cmhc, Connecticut Mental Health Center.ctom.org, Connecticut Odyssey of the Mind, Connecticut Public Health Association Foundation, crpia.com, Connecticut Recreation and Parks Association, inc.ctrenaissance.com, Connecticut Renaissance, inc.ctsilc.org, Connecticut State Independent Living Council. Womensconsortium.org, Connecticut Women's Consortium.gamblingproblem.net, Connection, inc.continuumct.com, Continuum of Care.cdlsusa.org, Cornelia de Lange Syndrome Foundation, inc.hillhealthcenter.com, Cornell Scott Hill Health Center. Cornerstone-rockville.org, Cornerstone Foundation inc.ccgb.org, Council of Churches of Greater Bridgeport.convenantshelter.org, Covenant Shelter of New London, inc.covenanttocare.org, covenanttocare.creativelc.org, Creative Living Community of Connecticut.ctaf.org, CT Agriculture Education Foundation.cahs.org, CT Association for Human Services.ctamft.org, CT Association for Marriage and Family Therapy.cath.org, CT Association of Directors of Health, inc.cofap.com, CT Association of Foster and Adoptive Parents.caisct.org, CT Association of Independent Schools inc.ctschoolhealth.org, CT Association of School-Based Health Centers.ctaudubon.org, CT Audubon Society, CT Brain Injury Society, CT Chapter American Academy Pediatrics, CT Childadvocates.org, CT Child Advocates of SW Connecticut.cceh.org, CT Coalition to End Homelessness, CT Collaborative for Education Against Gun Violence, ctcommunitycare.org, CT Community Care, inc.ccar.us, CT Community for Addiction Recovery, CT Council for Interreligious Understanding. ctphilanthropy.org, CT Council for Philanthropy.ccpg.org, CT Council on Problem Gambling.cfba.org, CT Farm Bureau Association. CT Financial Reality Fair Inc. ctfoodbank.org, CT Food Bank. CT Forest and Park Association. cfdo.org, CT Foundation for Dental Outreach. ct-housing.org, CT Housing Coalition.gf.org, CT Housing Investment Fund. cthumanities.org, CT Humanities.ctinventionconvention.org, CT Invention Convention. ctlibrarians.org, CT Library Consortium Incorporated. CT News Project Incorporated. ctoralhealth.org, CT Oral Health Initiative.cpacinc.org, CT Parent Advocacy Center. CT Public Broadcasting Incorporated. consacs.org, CT Sexual Assault Crisis Services, inc.ctvoices.org, CT Voices for Children.cwealth.org, CT Women's Education and Legal Fund, QUEEF, .culturalalliancef.org, Cultural Alliance of Fairfield County. CW Resources Incorporated. DAWS.org, Danbury Animal Welfare Society, inc.darefamily.org, Dare Family Services. thediaperbank.org, Diaperbank/New Haven Diaperbank.discoveringdiversity.com, Discovery Center.discoverymuseum.org, discoverymuseum.domuskids.org, Domus Foundation. Dungarvan Incorporated. East Haddam Youth and Family Services. Easter Seals. Goodwill Industries Rehabilitation Center. Easter Seals Waterbury. EasternCTAHEC.org, Eastern Area Health Education Center. Eastern Regional Mental Health Board. EducationConnection.org, Education Connection. Eileen Brown Charitable Trust, Elderly Housing Management Incorporated. Elegant, LLC, Elizabeth Ives School for Special Children. Employment Options, LLC. EndWhoNgerct.org, End Hunger Connecticut. inc.epilepsyct.com, Epilepsy Foundation of CT, inc.ecsenior.org, Estuary Council of Seniors, inc.exchangeclubparentingskillcenter.com, Exchange Club. Center for Prevention of Child Abuse. Fairfield County Corral Incorporated. FCCFoundation.org, Fairfield County's Community Foundation Incorporated. FamiliesInCrisis.org, Families in Crisis. Family and Children's Agency.org, Family and Children's Agency Incorporated. FCAWeb.org, Family and Children's Aid. Family Centered Services of Connecticut Incorporated. FamilyCenters.org, Family Centers Incorporated. Family Options Incorporated. FamilyReentry.org, Family Reentry. FamilyServicesGW.org/index.htm, Family Services of Greater Waterbury Incorporated. Farnham Neighborhood House, Feral Treatment Center, Faber Incorporated. FellowshipPlace.org, Fellowship Place. FHMServices.org, FHM Services Incorporated. Fish of Greater New Haven. FishNWCT.org, Fish/Friends in Service to Humanity of NWCT. FoodsHair.org, FoodShare Incorporated. FACSHartford.org, Foundation for the Advancement of Catholic Schools. Friends of Kenny Park Incorporated. FriendshipServiceCenter.org, Friendship Service Center of New Britain Incorporated. FSWinc.org, FSW Incorporated. CT. Fund for Greater Hartford.org, Fund for Greater Hartford. Futures Incorporated. GILFoundation.com, GIL. Foundation Incorporated. GROWERS, Inc., General Federation of Women's Clubs of CT Incorporated. GazelleInstitute.org, Gazelle Institute. GileadCS.org, Gilead Community Services. gsofct.org, Girl Scouts of Connecticut. girlsincswct.org, Girls Incorporated of Southwestern Connecticut. Glenn Hansen Orchestra. gwct.org, Goodwill of Western and Northern Connecticut Incorporated. preventionworksct.org, Governors Prevention Partnership. graceacademyhartford.org, Grace Academy. gbapp.org, Greater Bridgeport Area Prevention Program Incorporated. letsgoarts.org, Greater Hartford Arts Council Incorporated. Greater New Britain Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program, Inc. gnhclf.org, Greater New Haven Community Loan Fund. greenwoodsreferrals.org, Greenwoods Counseling Referrals Incorporated. guardian-ct.org, Guardian Ad Litem Services. Guilford Center for Children Inc. hansonhartford.org, Hands on Hartford. HARC Incorporated. stowcenter.org, Harriet Beecher Stowe Center. Harry Brook Park, Heart United Incorporated. heartbeatensemble.org, Heartbeat Ensemble. hartfordhabitat.org, Hartford Area Habitat for Humanity. hartfordbehavioralhealth.org, Hartford Behavioral Health. Hartford Consortium for Higher Education, Hartford Dispensary, Hartford Economic Development. hfpg.org, Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. hglhc.org, Hartford Gay and Lesbian Health Collective. Hartford Hospital Institute of Living. hbatv.org, Hartford Public Access TV. Hartford Seminary. hartfordhealthworks.org, hartford.health.works, Inc. haven-ct.org, Health Assistance Intervention Education Network. hect.org, Health Equity Solutions. health360.org, Health 360. Hearts of Gold CT Incorporated, Hidden Acres Therapeutic Riding Center. highhopestr.org, High Hopes Therapeutic Riding Incorporated. highwatchrecovery.com, High Watch Recovery Center Incorporated. Holy Family Willimantic.org, Holy Family Home and Shelter Incorporated. hopeafterloss.org, Hope After Loss Incorporated. horizonsnational.org, Horizons National Student Enrichment Program. horizonct.org, Horizons Programs Incorporated. highspeed.org, Housatonic Youth Service Bureau. House of Bread. humanidad.us, Humanidad Incorporated. isasonline.org, ISIS Incorporated. independencenorthwest.org, Independence Northwest. IPPI.org, Institute of Professional Practice Incorporated. IHSSBHC.org, Integrated Health Services. IE-academy.org, Intensive Education Academy Incorporated. ICMHG.org, Intercommunity, Inc. iPark Foundation Incorporated, Isaiah 61:1, Inc. JCL-CT.org, Jewish Association for Community Living. JCFHartford.org, Jewish Community Foundation of Greater Hartford. JFSHartford.org, Jewish Family Service of Greater Hartford. JFSNH.org, Jewish Family Services of New Haven. Jewish Federation Association of CT, JFACT. JewishHartford.org, Jewish Federation of Greater Hartford. John J. Driscoll United Labor Agency Inc. RememberingJordan.org, Jordan Matthew Porco Memorial Foundation. JourneyFound.org, Journey Found. JourneyHomeyCT.org, Journey Home. JudyDWOren.org, Judy Dworen Performance Project Incorporated. KenCrest.org, KenCrest Services Connecticut. The Kennedy Center Inc.org, Kennedy Center Incorporated. Key Human Services Incorporated. KeystoneHouse.org, Keystone House Inc. KidsAFECT.org, KidSafe Connecticut. KLingberg.com, Klingberg Family Centers. KoonGroup.org, Koon Employment Opportunities. Lawyers Concerned for Lawyers, CT Incorporated. LeadershipGH.org, Leadership Greater Hartford. Learn. TheLearningClinic.org, Learning Clinic Incorporated. LeelaDay.org, Leela Day Nursery Incorporated. LiberationPrograms.org, Liberation Programs Incorporated. LibertyCS.org, Liberty Community Services. Litchfield Community Center Incorporated. LVGH.org, Literacy Volunteers of Greater Hartford. LVAGNH.org, Literacy Volunteers of Greater New Haven. LISINC.org, Living in Safe Alternatives Incorporated. LISC.org, Local Initiative Support Corporation. electronicvalley.org/LNVPCRC, Lower Naugatuck Valley Parent-Child Resource Center. LupusCT.org, Lupus Foundation of America, CT Chapter Incorporated. MadonnaPlace.org, Madonna Place Incorporated. MaltaHouse.org, Malta House. MandelJCC.org, Mandel Jewish Community Center. Mark Incorporated of Manchester, Mark, Community Resources, March of Dimes Connecticut Chapter, March Incorporated of Manchester, Marrakesh Incorporated. MastersManna.org, Masters Manna Incorporated. MCCAonline.com, MCCA. McCall-Foundation.org, McCall Foundation. MHCon.org, Mental Health Connecticut. MercyByTheSea.org, Mercy by the Sea. MercyHousingCT.org, Mercy Housing and Shelter Corp. MercyLearningCenter.org, Mercy Learning Center of Bridgeport, Inc. Michael Bolton Charities Incorporated. HabitatMiddlesex.org, Middlesex Habitat for Humanity of CT Incorporated. MidHosp.org, Middlesex Hospital. Mosaic Comewell. MusicHavenCT.org, Music Haven Incorporated. SistersPlackeyCT.org, My Sister's Place Incorporated. NamiCT.org, Nami Connecticut. NASWCT.net, National Association of Social Workers. DiaperBankNetwork.org, National Diaper Bank Network Incorporated. NetworkHumanServices.org, Network Incorporated. New England Adolescent Treatment Center. NewEnglandResidential.com, New England Residential Services. NESF.org, New England Science and Sailing. New Foundations. NewHavenPromise.org, New Haven Promise. NNIStamford.org, New Neighborhoods. NewOpinc.org, New Opportunities Incorporated. NewReach.org, New Reach. NewSeasonSCT.org, New Seasons Incorporated. KnownCSS.org, Known Community Support Services Incorporated. NAFI.com, North American Family Institute. NCAAAct.org, North Central Area Agency on Aging Incorporated. ArtsNWCT.org, Northwest Connecticut Arts Council. BBBSNutmeg.org, Nutmeg Big Brothers/Big Sisters. Sibocal.org, Oak Hill. Ctaka.org, Open Communities Alliance. OpenDoorShelter.org, Open Door Shelter. TheOpenHearth.org, Open Hearth Association. OperationFuel.org, Operation Fuel. OpHouseInc.org, Opportunity House Incorporated. OptionsUnLTD.org, Options Unlimited Incorporated. Our Lady of Calvary Retreat. OPP.org, Our Piece of the Pie. ParentsFoundation.com, Parents Foundation for Transitional Living Incorporated. Partnership for Strong Communities. Pathways-Greenwich.org, Pathways Incorporated. Paul J. Eicher Foundation, Peak Academy Incorporated. PIPF.org, People Investing in People Foundation. Perception Programs, Perry Ministries. P2Phelps.org, Person to Person, Inc. PlanoFCT.org, Planned Lifetime Assistance Network of CT Incorporated. PPSNE.org, Planned Parenthood of Southern New England. PositiveDirections.org, Positive Directions, Center for Prevention and Recovery. Prime Care, Inc. ProBonoPartner.org, Pro Bono Partnership. Project Access of New Haven. ProjectGenesis.us, Project Genesis Incorporated. ProjectMore.org, Project MORE. POAInc.org, Protectors of Animals Incorporated. PrudenceCrandall.org, Prudence Crandall Center. PLNL.org, Public Library of New London. ArkidsCT.org, Arkids Incorporated. RoKJR.org, Random Hacks of Kindness Jr. Reach Training Healthy Children Initiative Incorporated. RTNEUBritain.org, Rebuilding Together New Britain. Recovery-programs.org, Recovery Network of Programs Incorporated. RegionallyMCA.org, Regional YMCA of Western CT. RIASAP.org, Regional Youth Adult Social Action Partnership. RelianceHouse.org, Reliance House Incorporated. RHD.org, Resources for Human Development. RMS-Inc.org, RMS Development. Rob Branham Foundation, Rocky Hill Youth and Family Services Bureau, Rome Smith and Lutz, Rothberg Institute Incorporated. RushfordCenter.org, Rushford Center. SafeFutureSCT.org, Safe Futures Incorporated. SandyHookPromise.org, Sandy Hook Promise. Sarah Seneca Residential Services, Sarah Incorporated, Scoville Memorial Library. ScrantonAcademy.org, Scranton Academy for Financial Education. SeniorServiceSoftStamford.org, Senior Services of Stamford. Serve Here Connecticut. FarmingtonZeniers.org, Services for the Elderly of Farmington Incorporated. PRRAC.org, Chef Movement Coalition. ShelterForHomeless.org, Shelter for the Homeless Incorporated. ShorelineArts.org, Shoreline Arts Alliance. SolarioUTH.com, Solar Youth Incorporated. SoundCommunityServices.org, Sound Community Services Incorporated. Southeastern Council on Alcohol and Drug, SCAD. CulturesECT.org, Southeastern CT Cultural Coalition. Southmade.com, Southmade Home. SinaiNC.org, Southside Institutions Neighborhood Alliance. Southwest Regional Mental Health Board. SWCTAHEC.org, Southwestern AHEC. SCOWINC.org, Spanish Community of Wallingford. SOCT.org, Special Olympics Connecticut. STAgnesHome.org, St. Agnes Family Center. STBrigidechul.edu.k12.net, St. Bridget School. St. Luke's Community Services. SVDMiddletown.org, St. Vincent de Paul, Middletown Incorporated. St. Vincent's Special Needs Services. StamfordPeace.com, Stamford Peace Basketball Club. Star Incorporated. Lighting the Way, Suffield Volunteer Ambulance Association, Sunrise Northeast, Survivors of Homicide EveryAnimalMatters.org, Tate's Every Animal Matters. TRFP.org, Thames River Community Service, Inc. / House. TVCCA.org, Thames Valley Council / Community Action. TR-F.org, Therapeutic Research Foundation. Thompson Ecumenical Empowerment Group. THRNFLD.com, Thornfield Hall Incorporated. TTMF.org, Tiny Miracles Foundation. TOFoundation.org, TOE Foundation. EMDRHAP.org, Trauma Recovery, EMDR Humanitarian Assistance Programs. Tri-County ARC. OurTrueColors.org, True Colors Incorporated. UCP of Eastern Connecticut Incorporated, United Cerebral Palsy of Greater Hartford. UCFS.org, United Community and Family Services Incorporated. UnitedServiceSCT.org, United Services Incorporated. United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut. CTUnitedWay.org, United Way of Connecticut. UnitedWayGW.org, United Way of Greater Waterbury. UniversalHealthCT.org, Universal Healthcare Foundation of Connecticut Incorporated. University of Connecticut Nonprofit Leadership Program. UrbanAlliance.com, Urban Alliance Inc. ValleyFoundation.org, Valley Community Foundation. Vantage Group Incorporated, Veterans Rowing and Kayaking Incorporated. THEVillage.org, Village for Families and Children Incorporated. Vinfen, Connecticut. VistaVocational.org, Vista Vocational and Life Skills Center Incorporated. Wallingford.lioninc.org, Wallingford Public Library Association. Waterbury ARC. WaterburyYouthServices.org, Waterbury Youth Service System. WaterfordCountrySchool.org, Waterford Country School. Wellmore.org, Wellmore Behavioral Health Incorporated. Wellspring.org, Wellspring Foundation. West Haven Community House Association Incorporated, West Haven Emergency Assistance Task Force. WheelerClinic.org, Wheeler Clinic Incorporated. WholesomeWave.org, Wholesome Wave. WCGMF.org, William Casper Graustein Memorial Fund. WayMCT.org, Windham Area Interfaith Ministry. WillowInc.org, Windsor Independent Living Association. WomenandFamilyLife.org, Women and Family Life Center of Guilford Incorporated. WomenFamilies.org, Women and Families Center. CTWBDC.org, Women's Business Development Center. Women's Recovery Corp. WSSDV.org, Women's Support Services. CTWAC.org, World Affairs Council Connecticut. info.med.yale.edu/childstdy/oclinic.htm, Yale University Child Study Center. Yale University School of Medicine. YesGraceRocks.com, Yes. Grace Rocks Incorporated. GHYMCA.org, YMCA, Greater Hartford. Young Audiences of CT. HKYFS.org, Youth and Family Services of Haddam Killingworth. YouthRightsMedia.org, Youth Rights Media Incorporated. Y-us.org, Y-us, Inc. Youth United for Survival. YWCA-Hartford.org, YWCA, Hartford Region. ZoomFoundation.org, Zoom Foundation. Delaware Mental Health Centers/Services. DelaRF.org, Ability Network of Delaware. DHSS.delaware.gov/DSAMH, Delaware Division of Substance Abuse and Mental Health. BrandyWineCounseling.org, Brandywine Counseling and Community Services. ConnectionsCSB.org, Connections Community Support Programs Incorporated. DCGP.org, the Council on Gambling Problems. Da-mentor.com, Delaware Mentor Healthcare. EasterSeals.com/da, Easter Seals of Delaware. FellowshipHR.org, Fellowship Health Resources Incorporated. GatewayFoundation.org, Gateway Foundation Inc. HHinc.org, Horizon House Delaware Incorporated. KSCS.org, Kent Sussex Counseling Services. KeystoneHumanServices.org, Keystone Human Services of Delaware Region. LymanHouse.org, Lyman House. OpenDoorInc.Holcomb-BHS.org, Open Door Incorporated. Psychotherapeuticservices.com, Psychotherapeutic Services Incorporated. QMinc.com, Quality Management Associates, DA Incorporated. Addicted.org/directory/item/serenity-place.html, Serenity Place Incorporated. Thresholdsinc.com, Thresholds Incorporated. District of Columbia Mental Health Centers/Services. DCBehavioralHealth.org, DC Behavioral Health Association. AmeriHealthCaritasDC.com, AmeriHealth Caritas DC. AquilaRecovery.com, Aquila Recovery. BreadForTheCity.org, Bread for the City. capitalclubhouseinc.org/home.aspx, Capital Clubhouse. CatholicCharities.org, Catholic Charities, Anchor Mental Health. Children'sNational.org, Children's National Medical Center. CommunityConnectionSDC.org, Community Connections. Community of Hope. DCFPI.org, DC Fiscal Policy Institute. EvidenceBasedAssociates.com, Evidence-Based Associates. FMCSinc.org, Family and Medical Counseling Service. First Home Care Incorporated. FCMHDC.org, Foundation for Contemporary Mental Health/PDARC. Hillcrest-DC.org, Hillcrest Child and Family Center. WhoHosp.org, Howard University College of Medicine/Hospital. Colmac.com, Colmac. LCDP.org, La Clínica del Pueblo. Mary's Center for Maternal and Child Care. MBIHS.com, MBI Health Services, LLC. McClendencenter.org, McClendon Center. Miriam'sKitchen.org, Miriam's Kitchen. Thenationalcouncil.org, National Council for Behavioral Health. NeighborsC.org/n/home, Neighbors Constjo. OpenArmsHousing.org, Open Arms Housing Incorporated. Pathways to HousingGDC.org, Pathways to Housing. SciFamilyServices.com, Sci Incorporated. Some.org, So Others Might Eat. UnityHealthcare.org, Unity Healthcare Incorporated. MedStar-Washington.org/r-health/treatments/outpatient-behavioral-health, Washington Hospital Center Outpatient Behavioral Health. Whitman-Walker.org, Whitman Walker Health. WentCenter.org, William Went Center for Loss and Healing. WoodleyHouse.org, Woodley House. Florida Mental Health Centers/Services. FADA.org, Florida Alcohol and Drug Abuse Association. FCCMH.org, Florida Council for Community Mental Health. A New Start in CFL.com, A New Start Incorporated. AXFL.org, AX Incorporated. AmorciATC.com, Ambrosia Treatment Center. ApalacheCenter.org, Apalachee Center Incorporated. ArcHighways.org, Archways. CFDFL.com, Aspire Health Partners. BanyanHealth.org, Banyan Health Systems. BaptistJax.com, Baptist Health. Baycare.org/behavioral health, Baycare Behavioral Health. BetterWayMiami.org, Better Way of Miami. BHCares.org, Bougainvillea House. BridgesOfAmerica.com, Bridges International. BridgewayCenter.org, Bridgeway Center. Broward.org/addiction recovery, Broward Addiction Recovery Center, BARC. BBHCFlorida.org, Broward Behavioral Health Coalition Incorporated. CDSFL.org, CD's Family and Behavioral Health Services. TheCenters.us, Centers, Rebuilding Hope. ManateeGlens.com, Centerstone of Florida. CFBHN.org, Central Florida Behavioral Health Network. CentralFloridacars.org, Central Florida Cares Health System. CBHCFL.org, Charlotte Behavioral Healthcare Incorporated. CHHealthcare.org, Chautauqua Healthcare Services. ChildGuidanceCenter.org, Child Guidance Center. CHSFL.org/Emerald Coast, Children's Home Society of FL, Emerald Coast. ChrysalisHealth.com, Chrysalis Health. CirclesOfCare.org, Circles of Care. CitrusHealth.com, Citrus Health Network Incorporated. Clay Behavioral Health Center. CDAC.info, Community Drug and Alcohol Council. ChiSouthFL.org, Community Health of South Florida. CRISICenter.com, Crisis Center of Tampa Bay Incorporated. DavidLawrenceCenter.org, David Lawrence Center. DevereauxFL.org, Devereaux, Florida. DirectionsForLiving.org, Directions for Living. DiscVillage.com, Disc Village Incorporated. Douglas Gardens Community Mental Health Center. DACO.org, Drug Abuse Comprehensive Coordinating Office, DACO. DAFPBC.org, Drug Abuse Foundation of Palm Beach County. DrugAbuseTreatment.org, Drug Abuse Treatment Association. ElevationsHealth.com, Elevations Health LLC. EpicBH.org, Epic Behavioral Healthcare Incorporated. FellowshipHouse.org, Fellowship House. FifthStreetCounseling.org, Fifth Street Counseling Center for Incorporated. 211-Broward.org, First Call for Help of Broward. FSOS.org, First Step Incorporated of Sarasota. FloridaPalmsAcademy.com, Florida Palms Academy, Alternate Family Care. ForwardCounselingAssociates.com, Forward Counseling Associates LLC. GatewayCommunity.com, Gateway Community Services. Goodwill-Suncoast.org, Goodwill Industries, Suncoast Incorporated. HanleyCenterFoundation.org, Hanley Center Foundation. Harmony Hills Addiction Treatment Ranch. HendersonBehavioralHealth.org, Henderson Behavioral Health. HRWhite.org, Henry and Rilla White Foundation. TheHND.com, House Next Door. IMpowerFL.org, Empower. ICFHinc.org, Institute for Child and Family Health. JeromeGoldenCenter.org, Jerome Golden Center for Behavioral Health. eBaptistHealthcare.org/Lakeview Center, Lakeview Center Incorporated. LFEManagementCenter.org, Life Management Center of Northwest Florida. LSBC.net, Lifestream Behavioral Center. LSFnet.org/LSF-Health-Systems, LSF Health Systems. LSFnet.org, Lutheran Services Florida. MHS.net, Memorial Healthcare System. GracePointWellness.org, Mental Health Care Incorporated. MBHCI.org, Meridian Behavioral Health Care. New Horizon NSCMHC.org, New Horizons Community Mental Health Center. NHTCinc.org, New Horizons of the Treasure Coast. NorthsideMHC.org, Northside Mental Health Center. OperationPAR.org, Operation PAR Incorporated. Origins-Recovery.com, Origins Behavioral Health Care of Florida. PPBH.org, Park Place Behavioral Health Care. DrugFreePartner.org, Partnership for a Drug-Free Community of South Florida Incorporated. PassagewayCommunity.org, Passageway Residents of Dade County. Pathways.com/Florida, Pathways Human Services of Florida. Peace-River.com, Peace River Center. PMHS.org, Personal Enrichment Through Mental Health Services. PhoenixHouse.org, Phoenix House of Florida Incorporated. PsychSolutionsinc.net, Psych Solutions, Inc. RicoIntensive.com, Rico Intensive. RRHS.org, River Region Human Services. FLSteps.org, STEPS, Inc. SalusCareFlorida.org, Saluscare D/B/Ali Mental Health Center Incorporated. SinfoniaFamilyServices.com/Florida, Sinfonia Healthcare Corporation. SFBHN.org, South Florida Behavioral Health Network. SFRC.net, South Florida Recovery Center, LLC. SCFBHN.org, Southeast Florida Behavioral Health Network. SBBH.org, Starting Point Behavioral Health Care. SMABehavioral.org, Stuart Markman Act Behavioral Health Care. S4KF.org, Success for Kids and Families. SuncoastCenter.org, Suncoast Center Incorporated. TampaCrossroads.com, Tampa Crossroads. TheGardensWayLaneCenter.com, The Gardens Wellness Center. TheTransitionHouse.org, Transition House. tchsonline.com, Tri-County Human Services. UnityRehab.com, Unity Behavioral Health, LLC. VOA-FLA.org, Volunteers of America of Florida. WaysideHouse.net, Wayside House. WestCare.com, WestCare Florida. WiFiInc.org, Youth and Family Alternatives Incorporated. Georgia Mental Health Centers/Services. GACSB.org, Georgia Association of Community Service Boards. DBHDD.ga.gov, Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. AdvantageBHS.org, Advantage Behavioral Health Systems. AlbanyCSB.org, Aspire Behavioral Health and Developmental Disability Services. AvitaPartners.org, Avita Community Partners. BehavioralHealthLink.com, Behavioral Health Link. BHSGA.com, Behavioral Health Services of South Georgia. SETPA.org, SETPA Incorporated. CLAYTONCenter.org, Clayton Center Community Service Board. CobbCSB.com, Cobb and Douglas County Community Services Board. CSBMG.com, Community Service Board of Middle Georgia. DecCSB.org, DeKalb Community Service Board. Fulton County Department of BH&DD. GatewayBHS.org, Gateway Behavioral Health Services. GeorgiaPines.net, Georgia Pines Community Service Board. Harrelson Behavioral Health Services. HighlandRivers.org, Highland Rivers Health. LMCS.org, Lookout Mountain Community Services. MCTrail.org, Macintosh Trail Community Service Board. MiddleFLINTBHC.org, Middle Flint Behavioral Health Care. NewHorizonsCSB.org, New Horizons Behavioral Health. OconeyCenter.com, Oconee Community Service Board. Ogeechee Behavioral Health. PathwaysCSB.org, Pathways Center for Behavioral and Development Growth. PhoenixCenterBHS.com, Phoenix Center Behavioral Health Services. PinelandCSB.org, Pineland Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. River-Edge.org, River Edge Behavioral Health Center. SerenityBHS.com, Serenity Behavioral Health Systems. SkylandTrail.org, Skyland Trail, DBA, George West MH Foundation. UnisonBH.com, Unison Behavioral Health. MyViewpointHealth.org, Viewpoint Health. Hawaii Mental Health Centers/Services. WestHawaiiCHC.org, West Hawaii Community Health Center. Idaho Mental Health Centers/Services. MHPAI.com, Idaho Association of Community Providers Incorporated. A Better Life Behavioral Health Services, Inc., A New Leaf, A to Z Counseling, A Plus Solutions, Advent Community Health Services. About Balance Mental Health, LLC, About Face Mental Rehabilitation. Abundance Behavioral Health Services Incorporated. Access Behavioral Health. Altogether-now.com, Altogether Now. Alliance Family Services North Incorporated, Alliance Family Services Incorporated, Arcadia Resources, Aspenwood. CamusProfessionalCounseling.com, Camus Professional Counseling. Center Counseling, Center for Human Growth, Centerpoint, Inc. Child and Family Resource, Children's Supportive Services. Clearwater Rehab. Clubinc.org, Club Incorporated. Community Outreach Counseling, LLC. MICPID.com, Community Partnerships of Idaho. Community Wellness Center Incorporated, Consumer Care, LLC. CORUWellnessIdaho.com, Core Counseling Center. Eagle Crest Life Services. ESGW.org, Easter Seals Goodwill Behavioral Health. Esperanza Mental Health, Family Counseling Services. Family Support Services of North Idaho. Healthy Places. Healthy Progression of Twin Falls. Healthy Resolutions. High Road Human Services. AlpineBehavioralHealth.com, HISWay, LLC, DBA Alpine Behavioral Health. Human Dynamics and Diagnostics. Human Supports of Idaho. Idaho Behavioral Health. Integrated Family and Community Services. Joshua D. Smith and Associates. CUNACounselingCenter.com, CUNA Counseling Center. LeanOnMeinc.com, Lean on Me Incorporated. Lemhi Valley Social Services. Leylinimh.com, Leyline Advocates Mental Health. Liberty Services, LLC. LifeCounselingCenter.net, Life Counseling Center. MentalHealthSpecialists.net, Mental Health Specialists. Mental Wellness Centers Incorporated, Mountain View Behavioral Health. NICMH.com, North Idaho Children's Mental Health. Pathways, Inc. PeakMWC.com, Peak Mental Wellness and Counseling. Patingal Counseling Center. Physicians Mental Health Services. Pioneer Health Resources. Playworks Counseling Center. Port Neuf Valley Family Center. Preferred Child and Family Services. ACES-ID.com, Providence of Idaho DBA ACES. Psychiatric Services Behavioral Health Clinic Incorporated. RecoveryForLifeIdaho.com, Recovery for Life. Rehabilitative Health Services. Riverside Rehab. STARR. Family Behavioral Health. Scott Community Care, PLLC. SJRMC.org, St. Joseph Regional Medical Center. Stellar Mental Health and Mediation. TRHS.org, Terry Riley Health Services. TidwellServices.com, Tidwell Social Work Services and Consulting. Tueller Counseling Services, Twin Falls County Treatment and Recovery Clinic. UVRCC.com, Upper Valley Resource and Counseling. Valley Community Counseling, Youth and Family Renewal Center. Illinois Mental Health Centers/Services. CBHA.net, Community Behavioral Health Care Association of Illinois. ILABH.org, Illinois Association for Behavioral Health. IARF.org, Illinois Association of Rehabilitation Facilities. AdvocateHealth.com, Advocate IL Masonic Community Behavioral Health Center. AIDSChicago.org, AIDS Foundation of Chicago. ASNChicago.org, Alternative Schools Network. Annixter.org, Annixter Center. The-Association.org, Association for Individual Development. ACMHI.org, Association of Community Mental Health Authorities of IL, ACMHI. AuntMarthas.org, Aunt Martha's Youth Service Center. BreakingFreeInc.org, Breaking Free Inc. Bway.org, Bridgeway Inc. BrooktreeHealth.com, Brooktree Health Services. Caritas, Centerstone of Illinois. CEADCouncil.org, Central East Alcoholism and Drug Council. Central States Institute of Addiction Programs. Chestnut.org, Chestnut Health Systems. C4Chicago.org, Community Counseling Centers of Chicago. CommunityElements.org, Community Elements Incorporated. WoodstockSeahools.org/community-partnership-coalition, Community Partnership Coalition. Cornell Interventions Incorporated. co.vermilion.il.us/mental05.htm, Crosspoint Human Services. DuPageHealth.org, DuPage County Health Department. Egyptian.org, Egyptian Health Department. FriendFHC.org, Friend Family Health Center. GPSBH.org, Grand Prairie Services. Guildhouse, Hand in Hand Outreach, NFP. HCenter.org, Haymarket Center. HOSCARES.org, Healthcare Alternative Systems Incorporated. HeartlandHealthOutreach.org, Heartland Health Outreach. HeritageNet.org, Heritage Behavioral Health Center. HRCEC.org, Human Resources Center. FayetteCompanies.org, Human Service Center. hscpeoria.org, Human Service Center Peoria. hss1.org, Human Support Services. IAEC-inc.org, Illinois Association of Extended Care. IAOTAPCA.org, Illinois Certification Board DBA IADAPCA. Jocelyn.org, Jocelyn Center. KennethEOung.org, Kenneth W. Young Centers. BenjerDionCenter.org, Kish Health System Behavioral Health Services. LatinoTreatmentCenter.com, Latino Treatment Center. LeidenFamilyService.org, Leiden Family Service and MHC. LLGOODMANFDN.org, Lillian and Larry Goodman Foundations. LSSI.org, Lutheran Social Services of Illinois. MCMHC.com, Massac County Mental Health. MC708.org, McHenry County Mental Health Board. MHCCI.org, Mental Health Centers of Central Illinois, Springfield. MetroFamily.org, Metropolitan Family Services. NewAgeServices.org, New Age Services. NICASA.org, NICASA. NCBHS.org, North Central Behavioral Health Systems Incorporated. OmniOUTH.org, Omni Youth Services. OperationsNowBALLink.org, Operation Snowball Board. PeerServices.org, Peer Services Incorporated. PyattMHC.org, Piatt County Mental Health Center. Prairie-Center.org, Prairie Center Health Systems. PFH.org, Preferred Familiae Healthcare. Prevention.org, Prevention First Incorporated. ProjectOz.org, Project Oz. RecoveryInternational.org, Recovery International. RegroupTherapy.com, Regroup Therapy. Remedies Renewing Lives. RenCenter.org, Ren's Addiction Counseling Center. Resolve Center. ReviveCenter.org, Revive Center for Housing and Healing. RinconFamilyServices.org, Rincon Family Services. TrinityQC.com/receive, Robert Young Center. RosecransCE.org, Rosecrans Health Network. SCHSRushville.com, Schuyler Counseling and Health Services. Serenity House Counseling Services Incorporated. Sinisippi.com, Sinisippi Centers. SojournHouse.com, Sojourn House Incorporated. SSCouncil.org, South Suburban Council on Alcoholism and Substance Abuse. SSRinc.org, Stepping Stones of Rockford Incorporated. SteppingStonesTreatment.com, Stepping Stones Incorporated. Stony Brook Center. TASC.org, TASC Incorporated. Link-option.com, The Link and Option Center Incorporated. Thresholds.org, Thresholds. TrilogyInc.org, Trilogy Incorporated. Tpoint.org, Turning Point Behavioral Health Care Center. Westcare.com, Westcare Illinois Incorporated. WillCountyHealth.org, Will County Health Department. YOS.org, Youth Outreach Services Inc. Indiana Mental Health Centers/Services. ICCMHC.org, Indiana Council of Community Mental Health Centers. AdultandChild.org, Adult and Child Mental Health Center Incorporated. AspireIndiana.org, Aspire Indiana Behavioral Health Systems. Centerstone.org, Centerstone of Indiana. ChoicesTM.org, Choices Incorporated. eCommunity.com, Community Health Network. HowardRegional.org, Community Howard Regional Health Systems, Behavioral Health Network. CMHCinc.org, Community Mental Health Center Incorporated. Cummins.bhs.com, Cummins Behavioral Health Systems. EdgewaterSystems.org, Edgewater Systems for Balanced Living. 4county.org, 4County Counseling Center. Cornerstone.org, Grant Blackford Mental Health. HamiltonCenter.org, Hamilton Center. HealthLinkCHC.org, HealthLink. LifespringHealthSystems.org, LifeSpring Mental Health Services. MeridianC.org, Meridian Health Services. wishart.edu/n/r-services/midtown-community-mental-health, Midtown Community Mental Health Center. NEC.org, Northeastern Center. NorthShoreHealth.org, North Shore Health Centers Incorporated. Oaklawn.org, Oaklawn. BowenCenter.org, Otis R. Bowen Center for Human Services. ParkCenter.org, Park Center. PortersTark.org, Porter Stark Services Incorporated. RegionalMentalHealth.org, Regional Mental Health Center. GSHVen.org, Samaritan Center. SouthernHills.org, Southern Hills Counseling Center. Southwestern.org, Southwestern Behavioral Health Care Incorporated. SwansonCenter.org, Swanson Center. WVHMHC.org, Wabash Valley Alliance Incorporated. Iowa Mental Health Centers/Services. IowaProviders.org, Iowa Association of Community Providers. IBHA.org, Iowa Behavioral Health Association. ABMHC.org, Abbey Center for Community Mental Health. AccessIncorporated.org, Access Incorporated. AdvantagesInLife.com, Advantages in Life. abbeyhealth.org/contact-us/affiliate-locations, Aging Services Incorporated. ADSIowa.org, Alcohol and Drug Dependency Services of SEIA. CrestServices.org/default.aspx, American Baptist Homes Midwest, Crest Services. ARCACI.org, Arc of East Central Iowa. Arc of Southeast Iowa, the Arch Incorporated. AreaResidentialCare.org, Area Residential Care. ASAC.us, Area Substance Abuse Council. BDCLP.com, B&D Services Incorporated. Behavioral Technologies. BHGMHC.com, Black Hawk Grundy Mental Health Center. BoysAndGirlsHome.net, Boys and Girls Home and Family Services Incorporated. CBS4U.com, Bremer County Community-Based Services. BridgeviewCMHC.com, Bridgeview Community Mental Health Center. Broadlawns.org, Broadlawns Medical Center. CandioIowa.org, Candio. CASIncorporated.org, CAS Incorporated. CVCSS.com, Cedar Valley Community Support Services. CADS-IA.com, Center for Alcohol and Drug Services. Centerville Community Betterment. CIRSI.org, Central Iowa Residential Services Incorporated. Chattamooks.org, Chattamooks Incorporated. Cherokee County Work Services Incorporated. Children'sSquare.org, Children's Square Association USA. ChildServe.org, ChildServe. ChristianOpportunity.org, Christian Opportunity Center. CFRHelps.org, Community and Family Resources. Community Neurorehab. TeamCSA.org, Community Support Advocates, LLC. Compass-Point.org, Compass Point Behavioral Health Services. Comprehensive Systems Incorporated. ConcernedInc.com, Concerned Incorporated. CounselingAssociatesOnline.com, Counseling Associates. fmcdc.com/countrycare/default.htm, Country Care Center Corporation. CrossroadsCreston.com, Crossroads Behavioral Health Services. CWIowa.org, Crossroads of Western Iowa. Crossroads Incorporated, Delaware County Community Life. DACincorp.com, Developing Alternative Choices Incorporated. DSIowa.com, Developmental Services of Iowa. DiscoveryLiving.org, Discovery Living Incorporated. Duncan Heights Incorporated. EasterSealSIA.org, Easter Seals Iowa. EFR.org, Employee and Family Resources. ExoPPinc.org, Exceptional Opportunities Incorporated. apservice.org, Exceptional Persons Incorporated. irelyball.org, Irely Ball Community Mental Health Services. faithhopeandcharity.org, Faith, Hope and Charity. Families-First.net, Families First Counseling Services. carolfrc.org, Family Resource Center. FirstResourceSIA.com, First Resources Corporation. Foundation2.org, Foundation 2. FourOaks.org, Four Oaks Family and Children's Services. FriendshipArc.org, Friendship Arc Incorporated. FullCircleNIA.com, Full Circle Services Incorporated. GentGLiving.org, G and G Living Centers Incorporated. GenesisDevelopment.com, Genesis Development. Goodwill Industries of Central Iowa, Goodwill Industries of Northeast Iowa Incorporated. GoodwillCIA.com, Goodwill Industries of the Great Plains. GoodwillHeartland.org, Goodwill of the Heartland. Handicap Development Center. HeartlandFamilyService.org, Heartland Family Service. Hillcrest-FS.org, Hillcrest Family Services. Hillsdales.org, Hills and Dales. HopeAgencyDSM.org, Hope Agency. Hope Community Living of Iowa Incorporated. HopeHavenCorp.com, Hope Haven Area Development. HopeHaven.org, Hope Haven Incorporated. Horizons Unlimited. HouseOfMercyDesMoines.org, House of Mercy. Howard Center Incorporated, Ida Services Inc. Imagine-the-possibilities.org, Imagine the Possibilities Incorporated. Innovative-industries.org, Innovative Industries Incorporated. IPGIowa.com, Inside Partnership Group, LLC. IowaFocus.com, Iowa Focus. JacksonRecovery.com, Jackson Recovery Centers Incorporated. LakesLifeSkills.com, Lakes Life Skills LLC. LarrabeeCenter.org, Larrabee Center Incorporated. Life Skills Training Center Incorporated, LifeWorks Community Services. LinkAssociates.org, Link Associates. Lynn Incorporated. LSIowa.org, Lutheran Services in Iowa. MainstreamLiving.org, Mainstream Living. MYEP.US, Mayor's Youth Empowerment Program. Mediapolis Care Facility. MidStepServices.com, Midstep Services. MidwestOpportunities.org, Midwest Opportunities Incorporated. UnitedWayMarshalltown.org/MW, MIW Incorporated. Monroe County Professionalmanagement.org, Monroe County Professional Management. MosaicInfo.org, Mosaic. MosaicInfo.org, Mosaic in Des Moines. Neurorestorative.com, Neurorestorative. NewChoicesinc.com, New Choices Incorporated. NewFoundHopeInc.com, New Found Hope Inc. NEWAPVillage.org, New Hope Village. NewOp.org, New Opportunities. NPI-SC.org, New Perspectives Incorporated. Nishna.org, Nishna Productions Incorporated. NIVCServices.org, NIVC Services. NITC-IA.org, North Iowa Transition Center. NorthStarCS.org, North Star Community Services Incorporated. NEIBH.org, Northeast Iowa Behavioral Health. OnWithLife.org, On With Life Community Services. OneVision.org, One Vision. OpportunitiesUnlimited.org, Opportunities Unlimited. OpportunityHomes.org, Opportunity Homes Incorporated. OpportunityLiving.org, Opportunity Living. OptimaeLifeServices.com, Optimi Life Services, Inc. LynnCounty.org, Options of Lynn County. P4Progress.org, Partnership for Progress Incorporated. PassageWayIowa.org, Passageway Inc. Pathway Living Center Inc. PathwaysB.org, Pathways Behavioral Services Incorporated. Penn Center Incorporated. pamhc.org, Plains Area Mental Health Inc. prairieidge.net, Prairie Ridge Integrated Behavioral Health Care. Prairie View Management Incorporated. PreludeIowa.org, Prelude Behavioral Services. Pride Group. ProgressIndustries.org, Progress Industries. PursuitOfIndependence.org, Pursuit of Independence. Quad Cities Service Providers LLC. ReachForYourPotential.org, Reach for Your Potential Incorporated. RemioWA.com, Rem Iowa. RHD.org/Iowa, Resources for Human Development. Sites.google.com/riseltd.net/rise-ltd, Rise, Ltd. Rural Employment Alternatives Inc. SatUCI.com, Satusi. Scenic Acres. SIEDA.org, SIDA Community Action. Siouxland Mental Health Center. SkylineCenter.org, Skyline Center Incorporated. Southern Iowa Mental Health Center. SurefInc.com, Southern Iowa Resources for Families. CASHealth.org/services/Southwest-Iowa-Mental-Health-Center, Southwest Iowa Mental Health Center. TheSpectrumNetwork.org, Spectrum Network. SASC-DBQ.org, Substance Abuse Service Centers. SUI.org, Systems Unlimited Inc. lin.ia.network/ph/services/agency.aspx?PID =tailored living_1039_11_0, tailored living. Tanagerplace.org, Tanager Place. TASC Incorporated, Tanco Industries Incorporated. TheHomestead.org, The Homestead. RespiteConnection.com, The Respite Connection. TOTHRescue.net, To the Rescue. UCSOnline.org, UCS Healthcare. UnityPoint.org, UnityPoint Health, Berry Hill Center. Unlimited Services Incorporated. VeraFrenchMHC.org, Vera French Community Mental Health Center. THEVillageCommunity.org, Village Community, The. VillageNorthwest.org, Village Northwest Unlimited. VODEC.org, Vocational Development Center. WabansiMHC.com, Wabansi Mental Health Center. WCDCinc.com, WCDC Inc./Advance Employment Services. MHConey.org, WellSource. WescoInd.org, Wesco Industries. WCBScares.com, Woodward Community-Based Services. YSS.ames.ia.us, Youth and Shelter Services. YesIowa.org, Youth Emergency Services and Shelter. YSS.org, YSS. ZionRecovery.org, Zion Recovery Services Incorporated. Kansas Mental Health Centers/Services. ACMHCK.org, Association of Community Mental Health Centers of Kansas Incorporated. KAP.WILDAPRICOT.org, Kansas Association of Addiction Professionals. Bert Nash Community Mental Health Center. TheCenteRGB.org, Center for Counseling and Consultation. CKMHC.org, Central Kansas Mental Health Center. SedgwickCounty.org, ComCare of Sedgwick County. CrawfordCoHD.org, Community Mental Health Center of Crawford County. CompassBH.org, Compass Behavioral Health. CrossWindsKS.org, Crosswinds Counseling and Wellness. DCCCA.org, DUCA Inc. LaWytionCenter.org, Elizabeth Layton Center. FSGCTopeka.com, Family Service and Guidance Center of Topeka. 4county.com, 4County Mental Health Center. TheGuidance-CTR.org, Guidance Center. HighPlainsMentalHealth.com, High Plains Mental Health Center. HMHC.com, Horizons Mental Health Center. IRQCenter.com, Iroquois Center for Human Development. MentalHealth.jocogov.org, Johnson County Mental Health Center. kansamgc.org, Kansa Mental Health and Guidance Center. kvc.org, KVC Health System. lcmhs.com, La Betty Center for Mental Health Services. mhasck.org, Mental Health Association of South Central Kansas. pawnee.org, Pawnee Mental Health Services. prairieview.org, Prairie View. scmhcc.org, South Central Mental Health Counseling Center. Southeast Kansas Mental Health Center. southwestguidance.org, Southwest Guidance Center. srmhw.org, Spring River Mental Health and Wellness Incorporated. sumnermentalhealth.org, Sumner County Mental Health Center. valotopeka.org, Valio Behavioral Health Care. wyandotte.center.org, Wyandotte Center for Community Behavioral Health Care. Kentucky Mental Health Centers/Services. sites.google.com/site/Kentucky CMHCS, Kentucky Association of Regional Programs. odonta.org, Odonta Group/Behavioral Health Services. bluegrass.org, Bluegrass Regional Mental Health MR Board. communicare.org, Communicare. comprehendinc.org, Comprehend Incorporated. crccc.net/home_page.html, Cumberland River Behavioral Health. 4rbh.org, Four Rivers Behavioral Health. healthfirstlex.com, Health First Bluegrass CHC. lifeskills.com, Life Skills, Inc. mtcomp.org, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center. newbeginningsbg.org, New Beginnings, Bluegrass Incorporated. northkey.org, NordHKey. pathways-ky.org, Pathways Incorporated. pennyroyalcenter.org, Pennyroyal Center. rvbh.com, River Valley Behavioral Health. voamid.org, Volunteers of America Mid-States. Louisiana Mental Health Centers/Services. asd.org, Acadiana Area Human Services District. Capital Area Human Services District. fphsa.org, Florida Parishes Human Services Authority. jphsa.org, Jefferson Parish Human Service Authority. Maine Mental Health Centers/Services. thealliancemaine.org, Alliance for Addiction and Mental Health Services. acadiahospital.org, Acadia Hospital. adcream.org, AdCare Educational Institute of Maine Incorporated. midcoasthealth.com/addiction, Addiction Resource Center, Midcoast Hospital. Alternative Services Incorporated. amc.org, Aroostook Mental Health Center. ccmaine.org, Catholic Charities Maine. charlottewhitecenter.com, Charlotte White Center. commonties.org, Common Ties Mental Health Services. comcream.org, Community Care. Community Concepts Incorporated. chcs-me.org, Community Health and Counseling Services. crisisandcounseling.org, Crisis and Counseling Centers. crossroadsme.org, Crossroads Maine. day-1.org, Day 1. Evergreen Behavioral Services. kbhmaine.org, Kennebec Behavioral Health. Maine Behavioral Health Org. mainebehavioralhealthcare.org, Maine Behavioral Health Care. mainegeneral.org, Maine General Hospital Behavioral Health Services. Maine Immigrant and Refugee Services, Milestone Foundation. mocomaine.com, Motivational Services. opportunityalliance.org, Opportunity Alliance. Providence of Maine. rumfordgrouphomes.org, Rumford Group Homes Incorporated. Sequel Care of Maine. spowink.org, Spowink. steppingstonesousa.org, Stepping Stones. Sunrise Opportunities. Sweetser.org, Sweetser. tcmhs.org, Tri-County Mental Health Services. von.org, Volunteers of America Northern New England. Wellspring Incorporated. Wingsinc.org, Wings for Children and Families. Woodford Family Services, York Hospital. Maryland Mental Health Centers/Services. BHSBaltimore.org, Baltimore Behavioral Health System. MDCBH.org, Community Behavioral Health Association of Maryland. MarylandMD.com/associations organizations/the-Maryland-Directors-Council-Council-5156, Maryland Addictions Directors Council. AdventistHealthcare.com, Adventist Behavioral Health and Wellness Services. TheSanteGroup.org, affiliated Sante Group Rock Creek Foundation. AllianceInc.org, Alliance Incorporated. Archway Station. Arundelodge.org, Arundel Lodge. Aspire-wellness.com, Aspire Wellness Center. CatholicCharities-md.org/children/Villa Heal THC, Associated Catholic Charities/Villa Maria Continuum. BoardofChildcare.org, Board of Child Care. Brooklane.org, Brooklane Health Services. CarolineHD.org, Caroline County Mental Health Clinic. CarrollHealthDepartment.dhmh.md.gov, Carroll County Health Department. CCYSB.org, Carroll County Youth Service Bureau. AdoptionsUpport.org, Center for Adoption Support and Education Incorporated. Center-for-Children.org, Center for Children Incorporated. ChannelMarker.org, Channel Marker. FreedomLending.com, Charles County Freedom Landing. Children'sGuild.org, Children's Guild. CCIWeb.org, Community Clinic Incorporated. CCI. CornerstoneMontgomery.org, Cornerstone Montgomery Incorporated. CCINCOnline.com, Crossroads Community Incorporated. DCSDCT.org, Delmarva Community Services. Dubpoint.org, Dubpoint. Eastern Shore Psychological Services. FSFinc.org, Family Service Foundation Incorporated. FamilyServicesagency.org, Family Services, Inc. /Guide Program, Inc. Garrett County Lighthouse. GoGettersInc.org, Go-Getters, Inc. HarvardBelair.org, Harvard Belair Community Mental Health Center. HopeHealthSystems.com, Hope Health Systems Incorporated. Humanime.com, Humanum Incorporated. HopkinsMedicine.org/psychiatry/Bayview, Johns Hopkins Bayview Community Psychiatry. Keypoint.org, Keypoint Health Services. LeadingByExampleLLC.com, Leading by Example, LLC. Life Renewal Services Incorporated. MHAMD.org, Mental Health Association of Maryland. TheMentalHealthCenter.net, Mental Health Center of Western Maryland. IFCSinc.com, Mentor Network/IFCS. MosaicInc.org, Mosaic Community Services Incorporated. OmniHouse.org, OmniHouse Incorporated. PathwaysInc.org, Pathways Incorporated. PDGRehab.com, PDG Rehabilitation Services Incorporated. PepOnline.org, People Encouraging People. PrologueInc.org, Prologue Incorporated. Psychotherapeuticservices.com, Psychotherapeutic Services Incorporated. Psy. LowryCenter.com, Reginald S. Lowry Center. RehabilitationSystems.org, Rehabilitation Systems Incorporated. Southern Maryland Community Network Incorporated. GoodwillCHES.org, Step/Goodwill Industries of the Chesapeake Incorporated. Therapeutic Living for Families, University of MD Medical Center, Walter Carter Clinics. UpperBay.org, Upper Bay Counseling and Support Services. Vesta.org, Vesta Incorporated. Volunteers of America/Chesapeake, Walden Sierra Behavioral Health. WayStationInc.org, Waystation Incorporated. Wicomicohealth.org/index.aspx?page ID =1 Wicomico Behavioral Health. Win Family Services. WorcesterHealth.org, Worcester County Health Department. Massachusetts Mental Health Centers/Services. abhmass.org, Association for Behavioral Health Care. acadiahealthcare.com, Acadia Healthcare. adcare-educational.org/home, Adcare Educational Institute. 800alcohol.com, Adcare Hospital of Worcester. Addiction Treatment Center of New England. advocatesinc.org, Advocates Incorporated. Alexander, Aronson, Finning, and Company, P.C. Alternativesnet.org, Alternatives Unlimited Incorporated. amesburypsychological.com, Amesbury Psychological Center. bamsi.org, BAMSI. Barocco. baycove.org, Baycove Human Services. baystatecs.org, Baystate Community Services. bhninc.org, Behavioral Health Network. bostonasap.org, Boston Alcohol and Substance Abuse Program, ASAP. bhchp.org, Boston Healthcare for the Homeless Incorporated. bphc.org, Boston Public Health Commission. Bournewood.com, Bournewood Hospital, Bournewood Health Systems. The bridgecm.org, Bridge of Central Massachusetts. Bridgewell.org, Bridgewell Inc. brooklinecenter.org, Brookline Community Mental Health Center. challiance.org, Cambridge Health Alliance. capecodhealth.org, Cape Cod Healthcare. caregiverhomes.com, Caregiver Homes of Massachusetts. casaesperanza.org, Casa Esperanza. ccab.org, Catholic Charities/Family Counseling and Guidance. chd.org, Center for Human Development. child-family-services.org, Child and Family Services Incorporated. childrensfriend.net, Children's Friend and Family Services. childrensfriend.org, Children's Friend Incorporated. csrox.org, Children's Services of Roxbury. csoinc.org, Clinical and Support Options Incorporated. comcounseling.org, Community Counseling of Bristol County. communityhealthlink.org, Community Health Link. crj.org, Community Resources for Justice. Community Services Institute. hcrcenters.com/newbedford.htm, Community Substance Abuse Centers. cutchins.org, Cutchins Programs for Children and Families Incorporated. dimmock.org, Dimmock Center. edinburghcenter.org, Edinburgh Center Incorporated. elliottchs.org, Elliott Community Human Services. frfsa.org, Family Service Association of Greater Falls River. fenwayhealth.org, Fenway Community Health Center. gandaracenter.org, Gandara Mental Health Center. gosnold.org, Gosnold on Cape Cod. arcsouthnorfolk.org, Harbor Counseling Center Incorporated. hptc.org, High Point Treatment Center Incorporated. Hirsch Roberts Weinstein, LLP. thahome.org, Home for Little Wanderers. hopehouseboston.org, Hope House Incorporated. hru.org, Human Resources Unlimited. healthrecovery.org, Institute for Health and Recovery. italianhome.org, Italian Home for Children. jfcsboston.org, Jewish Family and Children's Services. jbcc.harvard.edu, Judge Baker Children's Center. jri.org, Justice Resource Institute. key.org, Key Program Incorporated. nebhealth.org, LaHaye Health Behavioral Services. lchealth.org, Lowell Community Health Center. lowellhouseinc.org, Lowell House Incorporated. luk.org, Luck Incorporated. lchcnet.org, Lynn Community Health Incorporated. mma-newengland.com, Marsh and McLennan. mvcommunityservices.com, Martha's Vineyard Community Services. MSPCC.org, Massachusetts Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. MHLowell.org, Mental Health Association of Greater Lowell. MHInc.org, Mental Health Association of Greater Springfield. MHSInc.org, Middlesex Human Service Agency. NewLifeCounselingCenter.org, New Life Counseling and Wellness Center Incorporated. NAFI.com, NFI Massachusetts Incorporated. NorthCharles.org, North Charles Incorporated. NorthCottage.com, North Cottage Program. NorthSuffolk.org, North Suffolk Mental Health Association. NCYF.org, Northeast Center for Youth and Families Incorporated. Old Colony YMCA. BryanCenter.org, Optu. Phoenix House, Academy at Springfield. PineStreetIn.org, Pine Street Inn. Project Cope. RiversideCC.org, Riverside Community Care, formerly the Guidance Center. SeamCollaborative.org, Seam Collaborative. ServiceNet.org, CervicEnet. SlowyMcManus.com, Slowy McManus. SMOC.org, SMOC Behavioral Health Services. SouthBayCommunityServices.com, South Bay Community Services. SECHC.org, South End Community Health Center. SSMH.org, South Shore Mental Health Center. SpecializedBillingServices.com, Specialized Health Management. SpectrumHealthSystems.org, Spectrum Health Systems Incorporated. SStar.org, Star Stanley Street Treatment and Resources. SteppingStoneinc.org, Stepping Stone Incorporated. STMTechnology.com, STM Technology Incorporated. Tillinc.org/index.html, Till Incorporated. TFILowell.com, Trauma and Family Integration, TFI, LLC. USI.com, USI Insurance Services. VeteransInc.org, Veterans Incorporated. VictoryHS.com, Victory Human Services. VPI.org, Victory Programs. VenFen.org, VinFen Corporation. VOA.org, Volunteers of America. WalkerCares.org, Walker Incorporated. WaysideOuth.org, Wayside Youth and Family Support Network. WilliamJames.edu, William James College. Uinc.org, U Incorporated. YouthVillages.org, Youth Village Incorporated. Michigan Mental Health Centers/Services. Association for Persons in Supported Employment. Michigan Association of Alcoholism and Drug Abuse Counselors. MACMHB.org, Michigan Association of Community Mental Health Boards. AddictionTreatmentServices.org, Addiction Treatment Services. AdultLearningSystemsUp.com, Adult Learning Systems, UP. AWBS.org, Adult Wellbeing Services. ACCMHS.org, Allegan County Community Mental Health Services. Alternative Services Incorporated, Arab Community Center for Economic and Social Services Access, Arbor Circle Corporation. MeRK.org, RK Incorporated. ACMH-me.org, Association for Children's Mental Health. AVCMH.org, Ausable Valley Community Mental Health Authority. HealthWest.net, Berry County Community Mental Health Services. Bay Human Services Incorporated. Biaba.org, Bay Aranac Behavioral Health Authority. BeaconSRV.org, Beacon Specialized Living Services Incorporated. BHPI.org, Behavioral Health Professionals Care Link Consumer Link. RiverwoodCenter.org, Berrien County Community Mental Health Services. Biomed Behavioral Healthcare, Biomed Behavioral Healthcare, Blue Water Developmental Housing Incorporated. BrightonHospital.org, Brighton Hospital, St. John Providence Health System. CareOfSem.com, Care of Southeastern Michigan. CentraWellness.org, Centra Wellness Network. cherryhealth.org, Cherry Street Health Services. TheChildrenCenter.com, Children's Center of Wayne County. SDJOECMH.org, CMH and Substance Abuse Services of St. Joseph County. CMH Partnership of Southeast Michigan. CommonGroundHelps.org, Common Ground. CommunityAlliance-me.org, Community Alliance of Southeastern Michigan. COMCReserve.org, Community Care Services. Community Healing Centers. CommunityHousingNetwork.org, Community Housing Network Incorporated. CommunityLivingOptions.org, Community Living Options. ComLiveServe.com, Community Living Services. CEICMH.org, Community Mental Health Authority of Clinton-Eaton-Ingham. CMHCM.org, Community Mental Health for Central Michigan. meottawa.org/health/CMH, Community Mental Health of Ottawa County. CMHLive.org, Community Mental Health Services of Livingston County. co.muskegon.mi.us/CMH, Community Mental Health Services of Muskegon County. CNSme.org, Community Network Services. Community Normalization Homes Incorporated. CommunityPrograms.org, Community Programs Incorporated. ComprehensiveYouth.org/program/Clinton-Counseling-Center, Comprehensive Youth Services/Clinton Counseling Center. ConsumerServicesinc.org, Consumer Services Incorporated. CCCMH.org, Copper Country Community Mental Health Services. DCCCMH.org, Detroit Central City Community Mental Health. DCHCQuality.org, Detroit Community Health Connection Incorporated. DWMHA.com, Detroit Wayne Mental Health Authority. DEvilCTRS.org, Development Centers. Dogma.com, Dicamagosset, PLLC. SMichigan.org, Easter Seals, Michigan Incorporated. ENNICenter.org, Ennis Center for Children Incorporated. Expert Care Management Services, Flint/Saginaw Odyssey House Incorporated, Freedom Work Opportunities of Genesee County Incorporated. FOSOutcomes.com, Functional Assessment Systems, LLC. GCHI.org, Gateway Community Health. GatewayVRO.org, Gateway Incorporated. GenChemH.org, Genesee Health System. Genoa, a QOL healthcare company, Gogebic Community Mental Health Authority. GCCMHA.org, Gratiot County Community Mental Health Services. GreatLakesRecovery.org, Great Lakes Recovery Centers Incorporated. GLRCteam.com/$!page_home, Great Lakes Regional Care. Guidance-center.org, Guidance Center. Harbor Hall. HarborHall.com, Harbor Hall Incorporated. HealthWest.net, HealthWest. Hijira.net, Hijira Programs Incorporated. HeritageHomesInc.org, Heritage Homes Incorporated. HBHCMH.org, Hiawatha Behavioral Health. HCCSnet.org, Holy Cross Youth and Family Services, DBA Kairos Healthcare. HopeNetwork.org, Hope Network. HuronCMH.org, Huron Behavioral Health Services. IOMichigan.org, Independent Opportunities of Michigan Incorporated. InnovativeHousing.org, Innovative Housing Development Corp. Integrated Care Alliance, LLC. JobasRecovery.org, Jobas Recovery Management Services Incorporated. JudsonCenter.org, Judson Center Autism Connections. Kadima. KazooCMH.org, Kalamazoo Community Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. LSRE.org, Lakeshore Regional Entity. Lakeshore Regional Partners, Lapeer County Community Mental Health. LCMHA.org, Lenawee Community Mental Health Authority. LFAVCMH.org/home.html, Lifeways Community Mental Health. MCCMH.net, Macomb County Community Mental Health Services Board. mcpa2.org, Macomb County Provider Alliance/Oakland County CMH. morsinc.org, Macomb Oakland Regional Center Incorporated. monairsolutions.com, Monair Costa Rican. Midstate Health Network, MOCA. monroecmha.org, Monroe Community Mental Health Authority. montcomcenter.org, Montcalm Center Network. munsonhealthcare.org/mmc, Munson Medical Center. namime.org, NAMI Michigan. nso-me.org, Neighborhood Service Organization. network180.org, Network 180. newcenterchmhs.org, New Center Community Services. newlightonline.net, New Light Consultants Incorporated. newegocmh.org, Newego County Community Mental Health. norcocmh.org, North Country Community Mental Health Services. Northcare Network. neguidance.org, Northeast Guidance Center. Northeast Michigan Community Mental Health Authority. northernlakescmh.org, Northern Lakes Community Mental Health Authority. Northern Michigan Regional Entity. nbhs.org, North Point Behavioral Health Care Systems. oaklandchn.org, Oakland Community Health Network. oaklandfamilyservices.org, Oakland Family Services. ortelli.com, Ortelli Telemedicine. or-inc.org, Otagon Addiction Recovery Incorporated. ourhopeassociation.org, Our Hope Association. pathwaysup.org, Pathways Community Mental Health. Phoenix House Incorporated. pinerest.org, Pinerest Christian Mental Health Services. pinesbhs.org, Pines Behavioral Health Services. pccporthuron.com, Professional Counseling Center. Professional Psychological and Rehabilitation Services, PC. communitychoices.com, Provider Alliance of Wayne County. Region 10 PIHP. rightdoor.org, Rightdoor for Hope, Recovery, and Wellness. Riverwood Center. rosehillcenter.org, Rosehill Center. rpccpas.com, Roslund, Prestige and Company, PC. sacredheartcenter.com, Sacred Heart Rehabilitation Center Incorporated. sccmha.org, Saginaw County Community Mental Health Authority. Saginaw Psychological Services, Inc., Sanilac County Community Mental Health, Segway Incorporated, Services to Enhance Potential. shiacmh.org, Shiawassee County Community Mental Health Center. swsol.org, Southwest Counseling Solutions. swmbh.org, Southwest Michigan Behavioral Health. spectrumhuman.org, Spectrum Community Services. sccmh.org, St. Clair County Community Mental Health. Starfish Family Services star.org, Star Commonwealth. summitpoint.org, Summit Point. Sunrise Center, 1016 Recovery Network. tti.org, Training and Treatment Innovations. tuningleafrehab.com, Turning Leaf Behavioral Health Services Incorporated. Tuscola Behavioral Health Systems. vbcmh.com, Van Buren Community Mental Health Authority. vistamaria.org, Vista Maria. ewashtenaw.org, Washtenaw Community Health Organization. waynescenter.org, Wayne Center. wmcmhs.org, West Michigan Community Mental Health System. woodlandsbhn.org, Woodlands Behavioral Health Care Network. Minnesota Mental Health Centers/Services. macmhp.org, Minnesota Association of Community Mental Health Programs. march.org, Minnesota Association of Resources for Recovery and Chemical Health. wilder.org, Amherst H. Wilder Foundation. canvashealth.org, Canvas Health. cmmhc.org, Central Minnesota Mental Health Center. clientcommunityservices.org, Client Community Services. flmhc.org, Family Life Mental Health Center. co.carver.mn.us/departments/css/mh, 1st Street CTR, Carver CMHC. Fraser.org, Fraser Child and Family Center. Guildincorporated.org, Guild Incorporated. Ham Memorial Clinic. co.hennepin.mn.us, Hennepin County Mental Health Center. hvmhc.org, Hiawatha Valley Mental Health Center. humandevelopmentcenter.org, Human Development Center. lmhc.org, Lakeland Mental Health Center. leecarlsoncenter.org, Lee Carlson Center for Mental Health and Well-Being. mhresources.com, Mental Health Resources. npmh.org, Northern Pines Mental Health Center. northlandcounseling.org, Northland Counseling Center. nwmhc.org, Northwestern Mental Health Center. peopleincorporated.org, People Incorporated. co.ramsey.mn.us/hs/mhc/adultmentalhealth.asp, Ramsey County Mental Health Center. rangementalhealth.org, Range Mental Health Center. resource-mn.org, Resource Incorporated, Spectrum Community Mental Health. siouxtrails.org, Sioux Trails Mental Health Center. schrc.com, South Central Human Relations Center. swmhc.org, Southwestern Mental Health Center. touchstonemh.org, Touchstone Mental Health. valeplace.org, Vale Place. vinlandcenter.org, Vinland National Center. voamn.org, Volunteers of America of Minnesota Mental Health Clinics. washburn.org, Washburn Center for Children. wmhcinc.org/default.aspx, Western Mental Health Center Incorporated. woodlandcenters.com, Woodland Centers. zvhc.org, Zumbro Valley Health Center. Mississippi Mental Health Centers/Services. dmh.state.ms.us, Mississippi Department of Mental Health. ccsms.org, Community Counseling Services. Life Help. pbmhr.com, Pine Belt Mental Health Care Resources. warren-yazoo.org, Warren Yazoo Mental Health Service. weemsmh.com, Weems Community Mental Health Center. Missouri Mental Health Centers/Services. mocoalition.org, Missouri Coalition for Community Behavioral Health Care. adaptusa.com, Adapt of Missouri Incorporated. Ulm Hopewell Center, inc.arthurcenter.com, Arthur Center. bjc.org, BJC Behavioral Health. boothielcounseling.com, Boothiel Counseling Services. bridgewaybh.com, Bridgeway Behavioral Health. burrellcenter.com, Burrell Behavioral Health. clarkmentalhealth.com, Clark Community Mental Health Center. cccntr.com, Community Counseling Center. pathwaysonline.org, Compass Health. Comprehensive Health Systems Incorporated. thecmhs.com, Comprehensive Mental Health Services. comtree.org, Comtria Community Treatment Incorporated. Family Counseling Center Incorporated. familyguidance.org, Family Guidance Center. Gibson Recovery Center Incorporated. greatcircle.org, Great Circle. kccommunityctr.org, Heartland Center for Behavioral Change. independencecenter.org, Independence Center. mtbh.org, Mark Twain Behavioral Health. attcnetwork.org/Mid-America, Mid-America ATTC. mhdchc.org, Myrtle Hilliard Davis Comprehensive Health Centers Incorporated. mo-newhorizons.com, New Horizons Community Support Services. ncmmh.org, North Central Missouri Mental Health Center. freemanhealth.com/Ozark Center, Ozark Center. ozarksmedicalcenter.com, Ozarks Medical Center Behavioral Health Care. Phoenix Programs Incorporated. Placesforpeople.org, Places for People. PFH.org, Preferred Family Healthcare. PFH.org, Preferred Family Healthcare Inc. QOPCSDL.org, Queen of Peace Center. RediscoverMH.org, Rediscover. Southeast Missouri Behavioral Health. SWOPeHealth.org, Swope Health Services Behavioral Health Department. Tri-CountyMHS.org, Tri-County Mental Health Services. TRUM.org, Truman Medical Center Behavioral Health. Montana Mental Health Centers/Services. Montana Council of Mental Health Centers. CascadeCountyMT.gov, Cascade County Community Health Care Center. Center4MH.org, Center for Mental Health. EMCMHC.org, Eastern Montana Community Mental Health Center. MHCBillings.org, South Central Montana Regional Mental Health Center. WMMHC.org, Western Montana Mental Health Center. White Sky Hope Center, RBHB. Nebraska Mental Health Centers/Services. MHA-NE.org, Mental Health Association of Nebraska. NAMI Nebraska. NABHO.org, Nebraska Association of BH Organizations. ABH, Addiction and Behavioral Health Services Incorporated, Alleghant.org, Alleghant Health Behavioral Services. Association of Private Practice Therapists. UNMC.edu/BHECN, Behavioral Health Education Center of Nebraska. 4BHS.org, Behavioral Health Specialists. BHR-LLC.com, BH Resources, LLC. BVBH.net, Blue Valley Behavioral Health. BoysTown.org, Boys Town Behavioral Health Services. BryanLGH.org, Bryan Medical Center. CareTechInc.com, CareTech Incorporated. Carl T. Curtis Health Education Center. CCOmaha.org, Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Omaha. Centerpoint.org, Centerpoint Inc. Chi Health Nebraska. Child-Guidance.org, Child Guidance Center. Childsaving.org, Child Saving Institute. Children's Hospital and Medical Center. Community-Alliance.org, Community Alliance. Community MHC of Lancaster County, Counseling and Enrichment Center. DisabilityRightsNebraska.org, Disability Rights Nebraska. DCHospital.com, Douglas County Community Mental Health Center. Electronic Behavioral Health Information Network. FRHS.org, Faith Regional Health Services Behavioral Health. MyFCH.org, Fillmore County Hospital Integrated Health Services. Friendship House Incorporated, Goodwill Industries of Greater Nebraska, Heartland Family Service Nebraska. HousesOfHope.com, Houses of Hope of Nebraska. TheKimFoundation.org, Kim Foundation, The. LibertyCenter.org, Liberty Center Services. LFSNEB.org, Lutheran Family Services of Nebraska. MaryLanning.org, Mary Lanning Center for Behavioral Services. MidPlainsCenter.org, Mid-Plains Center for Behavioral Health Care Services Incorporated. Nebraska Counseling Association, Nebraska Psychiatric Society. NovaDC.org, Nova Treatment Community. Opportunity House. RainbowCenter.biz, Rainbow Center. Region 1 Behavioral Health Authority. PMHC.net, Region I Mental Health and Substance Abuse Administration. Region3.net, Region 3 Behavioral Health Services. Region 4 BHS.org, Region 4 Behavioral Health System. Region 5 Systems.net, Region V Systems. Region 6 Behavioral Health Care Administration. GSHS.org, Richard Young Hospital, Kearney. Salvation Army, Wellspring, Santa Monica's. SCBSNE.com, South Central Behavioral Services. St. Francis Alcohol and Drug Treatment Center. SDMonicus.com, St. Monica's. TheBridgeNebraska.org, The Bridge Behavioral Health. The Bridge Incorporated, The Link. WCAOmaha.org, Women's Center for Advancement. Women's Empowering Lifeline Incorporated. Nevada Mental Health Centers/Services. dpbh.nv.gov, Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health. Westcare.com, Westcare. New Hampshire Mental Health Centers/Services. nhcbha.org, New Hampshire Community Behavioral Health Association. nhproviders.org, New Hampshire Providers Association. centerforlifemanagement.org, Center for Life Management. communitypartnersnh.org, Community Partners of New Hampshire. genesisbh.org, Genesis Behavioral Health. gnmhc.org, Greater Nashua Mental Health Center. hill-associates.com, Hill Associates, an Advantage Company. mhcgm.org, Mental Health Center of Greater Manchester. mfs.org, Monadnock Family Services. nafi.com, NFI North Incorporated. northernhs.org, Northern Human Services. riverbendcmhc.org, Riverbend Community Mental Health. smhc-nh.org, Seacoast Mental Health Center. wcbh.org, West Central Behavioral Health. New Jersey Mental Health Centers/Services. atlantichealth.org, Atlantic Health, Morristown Memorial Hospital. atlanticary.org, Atlanticare Behavioral Health. bergenregional.com, Bergen Regional Medical Center. bergenspromise.org, Bergen's Promise. bridgewayrehab.com, Bridgeway Rehabilitation Services Incorporated. careplusnewjersey.org, Care Plus New Jersey Incorporated. cpcbehavioral.org, CPC Behavioral Healthcare. declarationsinc.org, Declarations Incorporated. eastersealsnewjersey.org, Easter Seals Behavioral Health Services. facsnewjersey.org, Family and Children's Services. Family Guidance Center rofwc.org, Family Guidance Center of Warren County. FamilyConnectionsNewJersey.org, Family Connections. Hudson Partnership CMO. barnabas-health.org/jersey-medical-center.aspx, Jersey City Medical Center. jbrcnj.org, John Brooks Recovery Center. mhessex.org, Mental Health Association of Essex County Incorporated. fam-serve.org, Oaks Integrated Care. preferredbehavioral.org, Preferred Behavioral Health of New Jersey. sjbhr.org/public-pages/home.aspx, South Jersey Behavioral Health Resources Incorporated. vantagenewjersey.org, Vantage Health System Incorporated. New Mexico Mental Health Centers/Services. hms-nm.org, Hidalgo Medical Services. pmsnm.org, Presbyterian Medical Services. New York Mental Health Centers/Services. coalitiony.org, Coalition for Behavioral Health. asapnes.org, New York Association of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Providers. niaprs.org, New York Association of Psychiatric Rehabilitation Services. omh.ny.gov, New York Office of Mental Health. cmhnewyork.org, New York State Coalition for Children's Mental Health. clmhd.org, New York State Conference of Local Mental Hygiene Directors. nicecouncil.org, New York State Council for Community Behavioral Health Care. acacianetwork.org, Acacia Network. accesssupports.org, Access Support for Living. acmhneinc.org, ACMH Inc. acqc.org, AIDS Center of Queens County. AlleghenyCo.com, Allegheny County Mental Health. ERAServices.com, Allegheny Rehabilitation Association, ERA. ASCNEC.org, Alliance for Positive Change. Amitacarini.org, Amita Care Incorporated. AndraCC.org, Andras. AndraCC.org, Andras Children's Center. AriseInc.org, Arise Incorporated. ArmsAcres.com, ArmsAcres. MHA.org, Association for Mental Health and Wellness. A-B-C.org, Association to Benefit Children. AstorServices.org, Astor Services for Children and Families. BaileyHouse.org, Bailey House Behavioral Health Center. BeaconCenter.net, Beacon Center. BHSN.org, Behavioral Health Services North. BerkshireFarm.org, Berkshire Farm Center and Services for Youth. Lake-Shore.org, Best Self Behavioral Health. BLUlerPsychotherapyCenter.org, Bluler Psychotherapy Center Incorporated. BridgeBackToLife.com, Bridge Back to Life Center Inc. TheBridgeNE.org, Bridge Incorporated. TheBridgeNE.org, Bridge, the. BAC-newyork.org/New York/index.php, Bridging Access to Care. BAC-newyork.org, Bridging Access to Care Incorporated. BronxWorks.org, BronxWorks. BMHMC.org, Brookhaven Memorial Hospital and Medical Center. BCFCBrooklyn.org, Brooklyn Center for Families in Crisis Incorporated. BCHANS.org, Brooklyn Community Housing and Services Incorporated. Brooklyn Community Services. Cayenne-Lord.org, Callan Lord Community Health Center. Cape/Samuel Field EAM and YWHA. Capital District CTREspite.com, Capital District Respite Incorporated. CareForTheHomeless.org, Care for the Homeless. CASAofLC.org, CASA of Livingston County. ArchNewYork.org, Catholic Charities Community Services of Orange County. CCBQ.org, Catholic Charities Neighborhood Services Incorporated. CFCrochester.org, Catholic Family Center of Rochester. CayugaCounseling.org, Cayuga Counseling Services. Cases.org, Center for Alternative Sentencing and Employment, Cases Incorporated. CBHSNewYork.org, Center for Behavioral Health Services. CUCS.org, Center for Community Alternatives Incorporated. CentralNassau.org, Central Nassau Guidance and Counseling Services. CNYServices.org, Central New York Services. Chautauqua.ny.us/320/mental-hygiene, Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene. ChildCenterny.org, Child Center of New York. Children'sAidSociety.org, Children's Aid Society. NNYChildren'sHome.com, Children's Home of Jefferson County. Children'sVillage.org, Children's Village. Canva.org, Church Avenue Merchants Block Association. OCMSinc.org, Circare. CitizenAdvocates.net, Citizen Advocates Incorporated. North Star Industries. Hispanic Family Services New-York.org, Coalition for Hispanic Family Services. CommunityAccess.org, Community Access. CommunityConcern.org, Community Concern of Western New York. CCMNE.org, Community Counseling and Mediation. Chaseney.org, Community Health Action of Staten Island Incorporated. CHNNE.org, Community Healthcare Network. CommuniLife.org, CommuniLife Incorporated. ConcernHousing.org, Concern for Independent Living Incorporated. ConiferPark.com, Conifer Park. CBCare.org, Coordinated Behavioral Care Incorporated. CornerstoneNewYork.com, Cornerstone Treatment Facilities Network. CouncilOnAddiction.org, Council on Addiction Recovery Services. CSCDNewYork.org, Counseling Service of Eastern District New York. CredoCommunityCenter.com, Credo Community Center for Treatment of Addictions. CrisisServices.org, Crisis Services of Buffalo. DaleAssociation.com, Dale Association Incorporated. DelphiDrug.org, Delphi Drug and Alcohol Council. EACinc.org, Education and Assistance Corporation. Edalliance.org, Educational Alliance Incorporated. Mid-Erie.org, Endeavor Health Services. Epicly.org, Epic Long Island. FMNEI.org, Epilepsy Foundation of Metro New York. ECCPASA.org, Erie County Council for the Prevention of Alcohol and Substance Abuse. Exponents.org, Exponents. FamilyandChildren's.org, Family and Children's Association. NiagaraFamily.org, Family and Children's Service of Niagara Incorporated. FamilyCS.org, Family and Children's Society of Binghamton. TheFamilyCenter.org, Family Center. FCSCortland.org, Family Counseling Services of Cortland County. FamilyRest.org, Family Residences and Essential Enterprises, free. FSL-Lee.org, Family Service League, Long Island. FSW.org, Family Services of Westchester. FamilyServicesNewYork.org, Family Services Incorporated. FedCap.org, FedCap Rehabilitation Services Incorporated. FEDOFORG.org, Federation of Organizations for the New York State Mentally Disabled Incorporated. Fifth Avenue Counseling Center Incorporated. FLACRA.org, Finger Lakes Addictions Counseling and Referral Agency. TheFloatingHospital.org, Floating Hospital. FordhamTremont.org, Fordham Tremont Community Mental Health Center. FortuneSociety.org, Fortune Society. FountainHouse.org, Fountain House Incorporated. FultonCounty.gov/node/18, Fulton County Community Services. Gateway-Longview.org, Gateway Longview, Inc. GCASA.net, Genesee Council on Alcoholism and Substance Abuse. co.genesee.ny.us, Genesee County Mental Health Services. GlensFallsHospital.org, Glens Falls Hospital. GMHC.org, GMHC. GoodShepherds.org, Good Shepherd Services Incorporated. GoodwillNewYork.org, Goodwill Industries of Greater New York and Northern New Jersey. GreenChimneys.org, Green Chimneys Children's Services. GreenwichHouse.org, Greenwich House Incorporated. TheGuidanceCenter.org, Guidance Center of Westchester, the HMHOnline.org, Hamilton Madison House. HenryStreet.org/?referrer =Google.com, Henry Street Settlement. HispanicCounseling.org, Hispanic Counseling Center Incorporated. HonorHelpInGothers.org, Honor. Horizon-Health.org, Horizon Health Services Incorporated. HousingWorks.org, Housing Works Incorporated. HudsonGuild.org, Hudson Guild Counseling Service. HHHN.org, Hudson Headwaters Health Network. HVMH.org, Hudson Valley Mental Health, Inc. HDSW.org, Human Development Services of Westchester. HTCorp.net, Human Technologies Corporation. HuthardOil.com, Huthard Oil Memorial Institute. ICDNEEC.org, Institute for Career Development, ICD. HealthCareChoicesNewYork.org, Institute for Community Living Incorporated. Institute2000.org, Institute for Family Health. IPRE.org, Institute for the Puerto Rican/Hispanic Elderly Incorporated. Interborough.org/index.php, Interborough Development and Consultation Center. JSBOA.org, Jamaica Service Program for Older Adults. Jawanio.org, Jawanio Incorporated. JCAPprograms.com, JCAP, Inc./New Spirit. JASA.org, Jewish Association Serving the Aging. JBFCS.org, Jewish Board of Family and Children's Services. JCCaney.org, Jewish Child Care Association of New York. JFSBuffalo.org, Jewish Family Service of Buffalo and Erie County. Adabibo.org, Joseph P. Adabo Family Health Center Incorporated. KarenHorneyClinic.org, Karen Horney Clinic Incorporated. KCSNewYork.org, Korean Community Services of Metropolitan New York Incorporated. LeakCenter.org, League Treatment Center. LeakAndWhat's.org, Leak and What Services Incorporated. LenoxHillHospital.org, Lenox Hill, Outpatient Psychiatry. GayCenter.org, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual and Transgender Community Center. LexNEEC.org, Lexington Center for Mental Health Services Incorporated. Liberty-Resources.org, Liberty Resources Incorporated. LifelineCenter.org, Lifeline Center for Child Development Incorporated. LighthouseGuild.org, Lighthouse Guild International. Long Island Consultation Center. LongislandHome.org, Long Island Home South Oaks Hospital. Lacey.org, Lower East Side Service Center Incorporated. LoyolaRecovery.com, Loyola Recovery Foundation. MHANC.org, Mental Health Association of Nassau County. MHOWFNEEC.org, Mental Health Association of New York City. MHRockland.org, Mental Health Association of Rockland County. MHWestchester.org, Mental Health Association of Westchester. MetroPlus.org, MetroPlus Health Plan. MetropolitanCenter.com/index.html, Metropolitan Center for Mental Health. MHHC.org, Morris Heights Health Center. NADAP.org, NADAP Incorporated. NCSInc.org, Neighborhood Coalition for Shelter. NAC-Inc.org, New Alternatives for Children Incorporated. NHCC.US, New Horizon Counseling Center. NYPCC.org, New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center. NiagaraCounty.com, Niagara County Department of Mental Health. NFMMC.org, Niagara Falls Memorial Medical Center. NorthShoreChildGuidance.org, North Shore Child and Family Guidance Center. NEParentChild.org, Northeast Parent and Child Society. NorthPointCouncil.org, North Point Council Incorporated. NorthsideCenter.org, Northside Center for Child Development Incorporated. StayInOut.org, New York Therapeutic Communities/StayInOut. OdysseyHouseInc.org, Odyssey House Incorporated. OHLFamily.org, OHL Children's Home and Family Services. OptionsCL.org, Options for Community Living. OrleansNewYork.com, Orleans County Department of Mental Health. OsborneNewYork.org, Osborne Association, the. Opini.org, Outreach Development Corporation. ThePACProgram.com, POC Program of Queens. ParsonsCenter.org, Parsons Child and Family Center. PaulJCooper.org, Paul J. Cooper Center for Human Services Incorporated. ProjectsToEmpower.org, People Incorporated. PesaChTikva.org, Pesach Tikva Hope Development Incorporated. PhelpsHospital.org, Phelps Memorial Hospital. PhoenixHouse.org, Phoenix House New York. PGCMH.org, Postgraduate Center for Mental Health. PreventionFocus.org, Prevention Focus. ProjectHospitality.org, Project Hospitality. ProjectRenewal.org, Project Renewal. PRFI.org, Puerto Rican Family Institute Incorporated. PutnamHospital.org/home, Putnam Family and Community Services. Rehab.org, Rehabilitation Support Services Incorporated. RMHA.org, Riverdale Mental Health Association. RochesterGeneral.org, Rochester General Hospital. RochesterRehab.org, Rochester Rehabilitation Center. SafeHorizon.org, Safe Horizon Incorporated. SafeSpaceNeek.org, Safe Space. St. Vincent's Westchester.org, St. Vincent's Hospital, Winchester, St. Joe's Medical CTR. SamaritanVillage.org, Samaritan Daytop Village. anyhealth.com/medical_care/Sam, Samaritan Hospital. Samaritans of New York City Incorporated. sfy.org, Samuel Field MYWHA Cape. sco.org, SCO Family of Services. Sephardic Beaker Holim. spop.org, Service Program for Older People Incorporated. sageusa.org, Services and Advocacy for GLBT Elders. sucnc.org, Services for the Underserved. silverlakesupport.com, Silver Lake Support Services Incorporated. familyrest.org, Skills. skylightcenter.org, Skylight Center Incorporated. epically.org/south-shore-child-guidance, South Shore Child Guidance Services. sngcounseling.net, Southeast Nassau Guidance Center. sscraces.org, Spanish Speakers Elderly Council, RACES. races.us, Spanish Speaking Elderly Council, RACES. shswnewyork.org, Spectrum Human Services. stchristopherson-graymoor.org, St. Christopher's Inn. St. Francis Friends of the Poor. sjhcr.org, St. Joseph's Hospital Health Center. smha.org, St. Mary's Healthcare. svs.org, St. Vincent's Services. simhs.org, Staten Island Mental Health Society. suh.edu, Staten Island University Hospital. steubenconey.org/pages.asp?pgid=30, Steuben County Mental Health. stronghealth.com, Strong Memorial Hospital. shnewyork.org, Supportive Housing Network of New York. tcny.org, Transitional Services for New York Incorporated. ucbronx.org, Union Community Health Center. unionsettlement.org, Union Settlement Association. uniquepeopleservices.org, Unique People Services. uhs.net, United Health Services. universityconsultationcenter.org, University Consultation and Treatment Center. umc.rochester.edu/psychiatry.aspx, University of Rochester Medicine, Department of Psychiatry. universityzttlomont.org, University Settlement. bowencsc.org, Upper Manhattan Mental Health Center. venturehouse.org, Venture House. vipservices.org, VIP Community Services. vnsnewyork.org, Visiting Nurse Service of New York. voa-gny.org, Volunteers of America, Greater New York. wellifenetwork.org, Well Life Network. wjcs.com, Westchester Jewish Community Services. wnyunited.org, Western New York United Against Drug and Alcohol Abuse Inc. ryancenter.org, William F. Ryan Community Health Center. northwell.edu/find-care/location/Zucker-Hillside-Hospital, Zucker Hillside Hospital, Northwell Health. North Carolina Mental Health Centers/Services. apnc.org, Addiction Professionals of North Carolina. nc-council.org, North Carolina Council of Community Programs. ncdes.org, North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. caringalternative.com, A Caring Alternative. alexandriaouthnetwork.org, Alexander Youth Network. alliancebhc.org, Alliance Behavioral Healthcare. CareNTCentralRegion.org, CareNet, Inc. Children's Hope Alliance. DavisRegional.com, Davis Regional Medical Center. davisregional.com/drmc/index.asp, Davis Regional Medical Center Behavioral Health. daymarkrecovery.org, Daymark Recovery Services Incorporated. Easter Seals UCP North Carolina. eastpoint.net, Eastpoint Human Services. meridianbhs.org, Meridian Behavioral Health Services. PartnersBHM.org, Partners Behavioral Health Management. SandhillsCenter.org, Sandhills Center. SmokyMountainCenter.org, Smoky Mountain Center. ECBHLME.org, Trillium Health Resources. ViaHealth.com, Via Health. North Dakota Mental Health Centers/Services. DakotaRanch.org, Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch. Parshall Resource Center. Ohio Mental Health Centers/Services. TheOhioCouncil.org, Ohio Council of Behavioral Health and Family Services Providers. Adamite Board for Montgomery County. AdamHSCC.org, Adams Board of Cuyahoga County. Beachbrook.org, Beachbrook. BHCPartners.org, Behavioral Health Care Partners of Central Ohio Inc. TheCentersohio.org, Centers for Families and Children. CCHBinc.com, Central Community Health Board of Hamilton County. ChildandAdolescent.org, Child and Adolescent Behavioral Health. Coleman-Professional.com, Coleman Professional Services. CCCOhio.com, Community Counseling Center of Ashtabula County. CSSBH.org, Community Support Services Incorporated. CCWHC.org, Counseling Center of Wayne and Holmes Counties. Crossroads-Lake.org, Crossroads. Eastway.org, Eastway Corporation. FarWestCenter.com, Far West Center. Firelands.com, Firelands Counseling and Recovery Services. MHS-Inc.org, Frontline Service, DBA MHS Incorporated. Hancock County Adams Board. Harbor.org, Harbor. TCMHCS.org, Hopewell Health Centers, formerly Tri-County MHCS. IntegratedService.org, Integrated Services of Appalachian, Ohio. MeridianServices.org, Meridian Services. NordCenter.org, Nord Center. OhioGuidestone.org, Ohio Guidestone. OrianaHouse.org, Oriana House. PrimaryOneHealth.org, Primary One Health. RavenwoodMHC.org, Ravenwood Mental Health Center. Recrest.org, Recovery Resources. SBHIHelp.org, Samaritan Behavioral Health Incorporated. SBVMHC.org, Scioto Paint Valley Mental Health Center. ShawneeMHC.org, Shawnee Mental Health Center Incorporated. SignatureHealthInc.com, Signature Health Incorporated. SolutionsCCRC.org, Solutions Community Counseling and Recovery Centers. SouthCommunity.com, South Community Inc. StarkMHR.org, Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery. ZepHFCenter.org, ZEP Center. Oklahoma Mental Health Centers/Services. OKBHA.org, Oklahoma Behavioral Health Association. ACHANCEDOChange.org, A Chance to Change. CatalystOK.org, Catalyst Behavioral Services. CTITulsa.org, Center for Therapeutic Interventions. CRSOK.org, Counseling and Recovery Inc. CREOKS.org, Creox Behavioral Health Services. Evolution Foundation. FCSOK.org, Family and Children's Services Incorporated. FocusMHS.com, Focus Mental Health Services. GatewayToPrevention.org, Gateway to Prevention and Recovery. GLMHC.net, Grand Lake Mental Health Center. GCBHS.org, Green Country Mental Health Services. Greensho.org, Greenshoe. HopeCSI.org/index.html, Hope Community Services. Humanskills.org, Human Skills and Resources Incorporated. KyamichCouncil.com, Kiamichi Council. MHSO.org, Mental Health Services of Southern Oklahoma. MoreOuthandFamily.org, More Youth and Family Services. CreekHealth.org, Muskogee Creek Nation Department of Health Behavioral Health Services. northcare.com, Northcare. ocarta.org, Ocarta. opcg.org, Oklahoma Association for Problem and Compulsive Gambling. Oklahoma Prevention and Policy Alliance. pfh.org, Preferred Family Healthcare. red-rock.com, Red Rock. oumedicalinformatics.com, University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. valleyhope.org/location/Oklahoma/Oklahoma-City, Valley Hope Association. yfscenad.org, Youth and Family Services of North Central Oklahoma. Oregon Mental Health Centers/Services. aochemhp.org, Association of Oregon Community Mental Health Programs. operaproviders.org, Oregon Prevention, Education, and Recovery Association. adaptoregon.org, Adapt. addictionsrecovery.org, Addictions Recovery Center. albertinacare.org, Albertina Care Centers. Benton County Mental Health. bestcaretreatment.org, Best Care Treatment Services. careagon.org, Care Oregon. cascadiabhc.org, Cascadia Behavioral Health Care Incorporated. chdinc.org, Center for Human Development. centralcityconcern.org, Central City Concern. choicesforrecovery.com, Choices Counseling Center. co.clackamas.or.us/mh, Clackamas County Mental Health. co.clatsop.or.us, Clatsop Behavioral Health Care. codainc.org, Coda Incorporated. ccmh1.com, Columbia Community Mental Health. Community Counseling Solutions. co.douglas.or.us/health, Community Health Alliance. roguecommunityhealth.org, Community Health Center Incorporated. Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. mh.co.coos.or.us, Coos County Mental Health. Curry County Human Services. DePaulTreatmentCenters.org, DePaul Treatment Centers. co.deschutes.or.us, Deschutes County Mental Health Department. eof.org, Eastern Oregon Alcoholism Foundation. foremergency.com, Emergence. gobhi.org, Greater Oregon Behavioral Health. healthshareoregon.org, Health Share of Oregon. jacksoncounty.org, Jackson County Health and Human Services. Klamath Basin Behavioral Health, Lake County Mental Health. co.lane.or.us/hhs_mntlhlth/default.htm, Lane County Health and Human Services. elifavis.org, Lifeways. elifavis.org, Lifeways Incorporated. lifeworksnw.org, Lifeworks Northwest. lincolncountyhealth.com, Lincoln County Health and Human Services. linesforlife.org, Lines for Life. co.lin.or.us/health/mental_health/mh.htm, Linn County Mental Health. Luke-Dorf, Lutheran Community Services NW. co.marion.or.us/hlt, Marion County Health Department. mccfl.org, Mid-Columbia Center for Living. Milestones Family Recovery, Mountain Valley Mental Health Programs Incorporated. multipleco.us, Multnomah County Mental Health and Addiction Services. Native American Rehabilitation Association of the Northwest, NARA. ndninc.org, New Directions NW. ontrackrecovery.org, On Track. options.org, Options Counseling Services of Oregon Incorporated. optionsonline.org, Options for Southern Oregon Incorporated. Pfeiffer and Associates. co.poke.or.us/bh/mental-health-services, Polk County Human Services. rimrocktrailsats.com, Rimrock Trails. symmetrycareinc.com, Symmetry Care Incorporated. tfcc.org, Tillamook Family Counseling. voa.org, Volunteers of America, Oregon. Wallowa Valley Center for Wellness. co.washington.or.us, Washington County Health and Human Services. WFTS.org, Willamette Family Incorporated. co.yamhill.or.us/HHS, Yamhill County Health and Human Services. Pennsylvania Mental Health Centers/Services. PawProviders.org, Rehabilitation and Community Providers Association. Access Services. AccurateCareService.com, Accurate Care Services. AchievementCTR.org, Achievement Center. County.allegheny.pa.us, Allegheny County Department of Human Services. ACI.org, Allegheny Health Choices, Inc. TheAllianceCSB.org, Alliance of Community Service Providers. Allied-Services.org, Allied Services. ACRPKids.org, Alternative Community Resource Program Incorporated. ASCMOnline.com, America Support Coordination and Management. ArcManor.org, Arc Manor Addiction Recovery Center. BarberInstitute.org, Barber National Institute. Beacon-Light.org, Beacon Light Behavioral Health Systems. Beacon-Light.org/mrservices.htm, Beacon Light Behavioral Health Systems, Ramsbottom Center. BerksCC.org, Berks Counseling Center. co.berks.pa.us, Berks County Mental Health/DD Program. CMPMHDS.org, Carbon Monroe Pike MH/DS. CarelinkServices.org, CareLink Community Support Services. Senclear.org, Senclear. ChartiersCenter.org, Chartiers Center. CRCSI.org, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services Incorporated. CGRC.org, Child Guidance Resource Centers. CCTCkids.org, Children's Crisis Treatment Center. The-Institute.org, Children's Institute of Pittsburgh. CSCWV.org, Children's Service Center of Wyoming Valley. Silcares.org, Silcares. Comhar.org, Comhar. CCMHMR.org, Community Council Health Systems. CCCMARE.org, Community Counseling Center of Mercer County. TheCGC.com, Community Guidance Center. CSGOnline.org, Community Services Group. CreativeHS.org, Creative Health Services. Diacon.org, Diacon Family Life Services. DickinsonCenter.org, Dickinson Center. Eagleville.org, Eagleville Hospital. Einstein Healthcare Network. Elwyn.org, Elwyn Incorporated. Erie County CareManagement.org, Erie County Care Management. FSNWPA.org, Family Services of Northwest Pennsylvania. FSWP.org, Family Services of Western Pennsylvania. FamilyLinks.org, Family Links. FCBHA.org, Fayette County Behavioral Health Administration. Forest Warren Mental Wellness Association. FriendsHospital.com, Friends Hospital. Gaudenzia.org, Gaudenzia Fresh Start. GFINC.org, Greater Philadelphia Health Action. How-LV.org, Hispanic American Organization. HomeNursingAgency.com, Home Nursing Agency Community Services. HHInc.org, Horizon House. HumanServiceCenter.net, Human Services Center. Human Services Incorporated. InterCommunityAction.org, Intercommunity Action Incorporated. JEVS.org, JEVS/ACT. LVH.com, Lehigh Valley Health Network, Psychiatry. LenapeVF.org, Lenape Valley Foundation. MHOC.org, Mental Health America of Westmoreland County. MentalHealthPartnerships.org, Mental Health Partnerships. Migliore Treatment Services LLC.org, Migliore Treatment Services. MilestoneCentersInc.org, Milestone Centers Incorporated. Mix.org, Monyo Community Services Incorporated. NewVitaUwellness.com, New Vita Wellness and Recovery. NHSonline.org, NHS Human Services. NBHCC.org, Northeast Behavioral Healthcare Consortium. NetCenters.org, Northeast Treatment Centers Incorporated. PennFoundation.org, Penn Foundation Incorporated. PendulumHC.org, Pendle Mental Health Center. PathCenter.org, People Acting to Help Incorporated. PinPA.org, People in Need. DBHIDS.org, Philadelphia Department of Behavioral Health and Intellectual Disability SVS. MercyBehavioral.org, Pittsburgh Mercy Health System. Plea-agency.org, Plea. PresleyRidge.org, Presley Ridge. SciTechSolutions.net, SciTech Solutions Incorporated. PyramidHealthCRAPA.com, Pyramid Healthcare Incorporated. Regional Counseling Center. RenewalInc.com, Renewal Incorporated. RHD.org, Resources for Human Development. SHBH.org, Safe Harbor Behavioral Health. SolaceB.com, Salisbury Behavioral Health, DBA, New Story. SarahReed.org, Sarah A. Reed Children's Center. Service Coordination Unlimited. StairwaysBH.org, Stairways Behavioral Health. StantonFarm.org, Stanton Farm Foundation. StepByStepUSA.com, Step by Step Incorporated. TADISO.org, TADISO Incorporated. TransitionalServices.org, Transitional Services Incorporated. TrueNorthWellness.org, True North Wellness Services. TCV.net, Turtle Creek Valley Mental Health/Mental Retardation. UCPSouthCentral.org, UCP of South Central PA. PhilHaven.org, WellSpan PhilHaven. WesleySpectrum.org, Wesley Spectrum Services. upm.com/pages/default.aspx, Western Psychiatric Institute and Clinic of UPMC. WCSI.org, Westmoreland Case Management and Supports Incorporated. Yapinc.org, Youth Advocate Programs Incorporated. Rhode Island Mental Health Centers/Services. SumHLC.org, Substance Use and Mental Health Leadership Council of RI. Methadone.com, Addiction Recovery Institute. AIDSCarios.org, AIDS Care Ocean. American Education Centers. Bridgemark.org, Bridgemark. Butler.org, Care New England/Butler Hospital. Center for Treatment and Recovery, CTR. ChildandFamilyLary.com, Child and Family of Rhode Island. CODACinc.org, Kodak Incorporated. CommunityCarreri.org, Community Care Alliance. COMCAP.org, Comprehensive Community Action Program Incorporated. Discovery House. EastBay.org, East Bay Center. FellowshipHR.org, Fellowship Health Resources Incorporated. Galilee Mission Incorporated. GatewayHealth.org, Gateway Healthcare Incorporated. A Lifespan Partner. TheJourney.com, Journey, Hope, Health and Healing Incorporated. TheKentCenter.org, Kent Center. MAP Alcohol and Drug Rehab Services. NCCMHC.org, Newport County Community Mental Health Center. RecoveryHosangri.com, Ocean State Coalition of Recovery Houses. OceanStatePrevention.org, Ocean State Prevention Alliance. PhoenixHouse.org/location/Rhode-Island, Phoenix House, Rhode Island. Phoenix Houses of New England. PROVCTR.org, Providence Center. RickPG.com, RI Council on Problem Gambling. RISAS.org, RISAS, Rhode Island Student Assistance Services. RiverwoodMHS.DreamHosters.com/index.php #panel 1-1, Riverwood Mental Health Services. SSMHC.org, South Shore Mental Health Center. sstar.org, SSTA Rebirth. Tri-town.org, Tri-Town Economic Opportunity/Committee. Woonsocket Substance Abuse Task Force, SATF. South Carolina Mental Health Centers/Services. Behavioral He although FSC.org, Behavioral Health Services Association of South Carolina. South Dakota Mental Health Centers/Services. SD-mentalhealth.org, South Dakota Council of Mental Health Centers. ArcBH.com, Addiction Recovery Center of the Black Hills. BMScares.org, Behavior Management Systems. CACSnet.org, Capital Area Counseling Service. CarrollInstitute.org, Carroll Institute. PENCO.org, City/County Alcohol and Drug Programs. CCS-SD.org, Community Counseling Services. TheCompassPoint.org, Compass Point. DakotaCounseling.com, Dakota Counseling Institute. ECBH.org/index.htm, East Central Behavioral Health. Glory-house.org, Glory House. HumanServiceAgency.org, Human Service Agency. Keystone.crchealth.com, Keystone Treatment Center. LCBHS.net, Lewis and Clark Behavioral Health Services. NEMHC.org, Northeastern Mental Health Center. SBBHS.net, Southern Plains Behavioral Health Services. Three Rivers Mental Health and Chemical Dependency Center, Worthmore Addiction Services. Tennessee Mental Health Centers/Services. TAADAS.org, Tennessee Association of Alcohol, Drug, and Other Addiction Services. TAMHO.org, Tennessee Association of Mental Health Organizations. AIMCenterinc.org, AIM Center. Alliance Healthcare Services. BuffaloValley.org, Buffalo Valley Incorporated. CaryCounselingCenter.org, Cary Counseling Center Incorporated. Case Management Incorporated. Centerstone.org, Centerstone. CherokeeHealth.com, Cherokee Health Systems. FrontierHealth.org, Frontier Health. Generations Mental Health Center. HealthConnectAmerica.com, Health Connect America. McNabbCenter.org, Helen Ross McNabb Center. LifeCarefs.org, LifeCare Family Services. MHC-TN.org, Mental Health Cooperative. TheoMNIFamily.com, Omni Community Health Inc. WTH.org, Pathways Behavioral Health Services. PeninsulaBehavioralHealth.org, Peninsula, a division of Park West Medical Center. Quinco Mental Health Center. Ridgeview.com, Ridgeview Behavioral Health Services. Tennessee Mental Health Consumers Association. VBHCS.org, Volunteer Behavioral Health Care System. Texas Mental Health Centers/Services. ASAPTexas.org, Association of Substance Abuse Programs. TXCouncil.com, Texas Council of Community Centers. ASAPTexas.org, Association of Substance Abuse Programs. TXCouncil.com, Texas Council of Community Centers. AccessMHMR.org, Access. AndrewsCenter.com, Andrews Center. IntegralCare.org, Austin Travis County Integral Care. BHCNC.net, Behavioral Health Center of Nueces County. BettyHardwick.org, Betty Hardwick Center. BBTrails.org, Bluebonnet Trails Community Center. BorderRegion.org, Border Region Behavioral Health Center. MyBurke.org, Burke. CaminoRealCS.org, Camino Real Community Services. CENICER.org, Seneca Foundation Incorporated. CHCSBC.org, Center for Healthcare Services. CFLR.US, Center for Life Resources. CentralCountiesServices.org, Central Counties Services. CentralPlains.org, Central Plains Center. CPMHMR.org, Coastal Plains Community Center. CommunityHealthCorps.com, Community Health Corps. CouncilOnRecovery.org, Council on Recovery. DentonMHMR.org, Denton County MHMR Center. EPMHMR.org, Emergence Health Network. GulfBend.org, Gulf Bend Center. GulfCoastCenter.org, Gulf Coast Center. MHMRAHarris.org, Harris Center for MH and IDD. HOTRMHMR.org, Heart of Texas Region MH/Mr. Center. HelenFaraby.org, Helen Faraby Centers. HillCountry.org, Hill Country MHDD Center. JPSHealthNet.org, JPS Health Network. LRMHMRC.org, Lakes Regional Community Center. LifePathSystems.org, LifePath Systems. MetroCareServices.org, MetroCare Services. MHMRABV.org, MHMR Authority of Brazos Valley. MHMRTC.org, MHMR of Tarrant County. MHMRCV.org, MHMR Services for the Concho Valley. PVMHMR.org, Pecan Valley Centers for Behavioral and Developmental Health Care. PBMHMR.com, Permian Basin Community Centers for MHMR. SDMHMR.org, Spindletop Center. StarCareLubbock.org, StarCare Specialty Health System. TexanaCenter.com, Texana Center. TexasPanhandleCenters.org, Texas Panhandle Centers. TuxomaCC.org, Tuxoma Community Center. TCMHMARS.org, Tri-County Behavioral Health Care. TTBH.org, Tropical Texas Behavioral Health. WTCMHMR.org, West Texas Centers. Utah Mental Health Centers/Services. UACnet.org, Utah Association of Counties. Bear River Health Department Division of Substance Abuse. BRMH.com, Bear River Mental Health Services. CUCC.US, Central Utah Counseling Center. DBHUtah.org, Davis Behavioral Health. FirstStepHouse.org, First Step House. FourCorners.ws, Four Corners Behavioral Health. Intermountain Healthcare Behavioral Health Clinical Program. NAMIUT.org, NAMI Utah. Northeastern Counseling Center. OdysseyHouse.org, Odyssey House. SLCOSubstanceabuse.org, Salt Lake County Division of Behavioral Health Services. San Juan Counseling Center. SouthwestCenter.com, Southwest Behavioral Health Center. UtahCounty.gov, Utah County Department of Drug and Alcohol Prevention and Treatment. DSAMH.utah.gov, Utah Division of Substance Abuse and Mental Health. USH.utah.gov, Utah State Hospital. VMH.com, Valley Behavioral Health. Wasatch.org, Wasatch Mental Health. WeberHS.org, Weber Human Services. Vermont Mental Health Centers/Services. VTAddictionServices.org, Vermont Association of Addiction Treatment Programs. VermontCarePartners.org, Vermont Care Partners. ClaraMartin.org, Clara Martin Center. SecondSpring.org, Collaborative Solutions Corporation. CSAC-VT.org, Counseling Service of Addison County. HCRS.org, Healthcare and Rehabilitation Services of Southeastern Vermont. HowardCenter.org, Howard Center. Lamoille.org, Lamoille County Mental Health Services. NKHS.org, Northeast Kingdom Human Services. NAFI.com, Northeastern Family Institute. NCSSinc.org, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services. RMHSCCN.org, Rutland Mental Health Services, DBA, Community Care Network. RRMC.org, Rutland Regional Medical Center. UCSVT.org, United Counseling Service of Bennington County. WCMHS.org, Washington County Mental Health Services. Virginia Mental Health Centers/Services. VATARP.com, Virginia Association of Treatment and Recovery Providers. VolunteersOfAmerica.org, Volunteers of America National. AlexandriaVA.gov/MHMRSA, Alexandria Community Services Board. Allegheny Highlands Community Services Board. ArlingtonVA.us/CSB, Arlington County Community Services Board. BRBH.org, Blue Ridge Behavioral Health Care. Catawba.dbhds.virginia.gov, Catawba Hospital. CSH.dbhds.virginia.gov, Central State Hospital. ChesapeakeIBH.net, Chesapeake Integrated Behavioral Health. Chesterfield County Community Services Board. ColonialBH.org, Colonial Behavioral Health. CCCA.dbhds.virginia.gov, Commonwealth Center for Children and Adolescents. CrossroadsCSB.org, Crossroads Community Services Board. CMCSB.com, Cumberland Mountain Community Services. DPCS.org, Danville, Pennsylvania Community Services Board. DCBHS.com, Dickinson County Community Services Board. D19CSB.com, District 19 Community Services Board. Eastern Shore Community Services Board. ESH.dbhds.virginia.gov, Eastern State Hospital of Virginia. FairfaxCounty.gov/CSB, Fairfax Falls Church Community Services Board. FPScorp.com, Family Preservation Services Incorporated. GPCSB.org, Goochland Powhatan Community Services Board. Grafton.org, Grafton Inc. HNNCSB.org, Hampton Newport News Community Services Board. Hanover-County.gov/community-services-board/862, Hanover Community Services Board. HRCSB.org, Harrisonburg-Rockingham Community Services Board. co.henrico.va.us/mhds, Henrico Area Mental Health and Developmental Services. Highlands Community Services Board. cvcsb.org, Horizon Behavioral Health. Loudoun.gov/default.aspx?TBD=791, Loudoun County Community Services Board. Middle Peninsula Northern Neck Community Services Board. mtrogerscsb.com, Mount Rogers Community Services Board. ncgcare.com, ncgcare. nrvcs.org, New River Valley CSB. norfolk.gov/ncsb, Norfolk Community Services Board. nvmhi.dbhds.virginia.gov, Northern Virginia Mental Health Institute. nwcsb.com, Northwestern Community Services Board. pfths.org, Partnership for Telehealth Solutions. piedmontcsb.org, Piedmont Community Services Board. pgh.dbhds.virginia.gov, Piedmont Geriatric Hospital. Planning District 1 Behavioral Health Services. portsmouthva.gov/149/behavioral-healthcare, Portsmouth Behavioral Healthcare Services. pwc.gov/government/department/cs/pages/adult-mental-health.aspx, Prince William County Community Services Board. prsinc.org, PRS Incorporated. racsb.state.va.us, Rappahannock Area Community Services Board. Rappahannock Rapidan Community Services Board. Region10.org, Region 10 Community Services Board. rbha.org, Richmond Behavioral Health Authority. racsb.org, Rockbridge Area Community Services Board. SlingsHotSolutions.net, Slingshot Solutions. svmhi.dbhds.virginia.gov, Southern Virginia MH Institute. sscsb.org, Southside Community Services Board. swvmhi.dbhds.virginia.gov, Southwestern Virginia Mental Health Institute. Therapeuticinterventions.com, Therapeutic Interventions. VCSB.org, Valley Community Services Board. Virginia Beach Human Services. VCBR.dbhds.virginia.gov, Virginia Center for Behavioral Rehabilitation VCBR. WSH.dbhds.virginia.gov, Western State Hospital Commonwealth Virginia. WTCSB.org, Western Tidewater Community Services Board. YouthVillages.org, Youth Villages. Washington Mental Health Centers/Services. AAPWA.org, Washington Association of Alcoholism and Addiction Programs. TheWashingtonCouncil.org, Washington Council for Behavioral Health. Abundant Wellness Center/Advantage Counsel and Rehab. co.stevens.wa.us/counseling/index.htm, Alliance Counseling Services. acrs.org, Asian Counseling and Referral Service. bhr.org, Behavioral Health Resources. cascadementalhealth.org, Cascade Mental Health Care. ccsww.org, Catholic Community Services of Western Washington. cfcsyakima.org, Catholic Family and Child Service. Chi Franciscan Health. chs-wa.org, Children's Home Society of Washington. crmhs.org, Columbia River Mental Health Services. columbiawell.org, Columbia Wellness. coadams.wa.us/departments/default.asp, Department ID equals, Community Counseling Services of Adams County. cpcwa.org, Community Psychiatric Clinic. Community Services NW.org, Community Services Northwest. compasshealth.org, Compass Health. comphc.org, Comprehensive Health Care. comprehensiveliferesources.org, Comprehensive Life Resources. discoverybh.org, Discovery Behavioral Health Care. desk.org, Downtown Emergency Service Center. evergreenhealth.com, Evergreen Behavioral Health Services. evergreentx.org, Evergreen Treatment Services. family-solutions.net, Family Solutions. fby.org, Frontier Behavioral Health. Garfield County Human Services. grantcounty.wa.gov/gris/mental-healthcare, Grant Mental Health Care. greatriversbho.org, Great Rivers Behavioral Health Organization. glmhc.org, Greater Lakes Mental Health Care. harborview.org, Harborview Medical Center. kingcounty.gov, King County. kitsapmentalhealth.org, Kitsap Mental Health Services. lwrtc.org, Lake Whatcom Residential Treatment Center. leafylineconnections.org, Lifeline Connections. multicare.org/bh, Multicare Behavioral Health. navos.org, Navos. okbhc.org, Okanagan Behavioral Health Care. Palouse River Counseling Center, Pend Oreille County Counseling Center. peninsulabehavioral.org, Peninsula Behavioral Health. psjhealth.org, Providence St. Joseph Health. qbhs.org, Quality Behavioral Health. seattlechildren's.org, Seattle Children's Hospital. skamaniacounty.org/developmental_disabilities, Skamania County Community Health. smh.org, Sound Mental Health. Sunrise Community Mental Health, Telecare Clark County ENT, Telecare Recovery Partnership. transitionalresources.org, Transitional Resources. valleycities.org, Valley Cities Counseling and Consultation. forkshospital.org, West End Outreach Services. whatcomcounseling.org, Whatcom Counseling and Psychiatric Clinic. willapabh.org, Willapa Behavioral Health. Yakima Memorial Hospital.org, Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic BHS. West Virginia Mental Health Centers/Services. wvbehavioralhealth.org, West Virginia Behavioral Health Care Providers Association. achcinc.org, Appalachian Community Health Center. ARC of Harrison County. AutismServiceCenter.org, Autism Services Center. MulberryStreetManagement.com, Coordinating Council for Independent Living. FlorenceCrittenton.net, Crittenton Services Incorporated. EastridgeHS.org, Eastridge Health Systems. FMRS.org, FMRS Health Systems Incorporated. HealthWaysInc.com, HealthWays. HighlandHosp.com, Highland Behavioral Health Services. HighlandHospital.net, Highland Hospital. HighlandHosp.com, Highland Hospital, Clarksburg. LMAMH.org, Logan Mingo Area Mental Health. NorthwoodHealth.com, Northwood Health Systems. PotomacCenter.com, Potomac Center Incorporated. PotomacHighlandsGuild.com, Potomac Highlands Mental Health Guild. Presta.org, Prestera Center for Mental Health Services. TheMentorNetwork.com, REM West Virginia Incorporated. Rescare.com, Rescare of West Virginia. SHSinc.org, Seneca Health Services Inc. SHCMHC.com, Southern Highlands Community Mental Health Center. StarlightBHS.com, Starlight Behavioral Health Services Incorporated. USCWV.org, United Summit Center for Human Development. ValleyHealthcare.org, Valley Healthcare System. WestbrookHealth.com, Westbrook Health Services. Wisconsin Mental Health Centers/Services. MHCDC.org, Journey Mental Health Center. Sainta.org, Saint A. ShorehavenB.com, Shorehaven Behavioral Health Incorporated. WaukeshaCounty.gov, Waukesha County Human Services Department. MCFI.net, Whole Health Clinical Group, MCFI-DBA. Wyoming Mental Health Centers/Services. WAMHSAC.org, Wyoming Association of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Centers. Health.wyo.gov/behavioral health, Wyoming Department of Health, Division of Behavioral Health. BighornBasinCounseling.com, Bighorn Basin Counseling Services. Carbon County Counseling Center, Cedar Mountain Center. voanr.org/center-of-hope, Center of Hope. CWCC.us, Central Wyoming Counseling Center. CurranZeely.com, Curran Seely. FremontCounseling.com, Fremont Counseling Service. Health.hcbh.org, High Country Behavioral Health. Hot Springs County Counseling Service. JHCCC.org, Jackson Hole Community Counseling Center. Mercer Family Resource Center. WYOMentalHealth.org, Northern Wyoming Mental Health Center. PeakWheelaneCenter.org, Peak Wellness Center. WYSFL.com, Solutions for Life. SWCounseling.org, Southwest Counseling Service. VOANR.org, Volunteers of America, Northern Rockies. WestParkHospital.org/services/behavioral-health, West Park Behavioral Health.